Testing, testing.
Okay, you're good.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Aw.
Duly noted. We always seem to transition in with some of the weirdest conversations.
Well,
But there we go.
Whenever I have to do like a mic check, I always have to do it like Ron Burgundy from Anchorman.
Oh, gotcha.
Lord. Okay.
I have a window on my face.
You have a window on your face. Maybe it's supposed to be there.
I don't think it's supposed to be there.
Get down, cat. Get down.
There we go.
Yep.
Much better.
Down.
Rebecca, please mute your mic. All right. So, with that adventures in Micdom aside, so we are live again, and we have Jess in the chat. Hello, Jess. So thank you all for watching. So we're still down a couple people, which is totally okay. We have somebody new, which is George, positioned right in between Brittany and Rebecca on the screen. While you see him right now, we're not going to do the LA by night thing and say he's going to be addressed in a dramatically appropriate moment. We're just going to have him on screen. You're going to know he's coming up soon. So, as a brief recap, everybody got drunk. They had some tainted blood on purpose.
Oh no!
And
roofied.
They got they had several shots and wound up waking up at the prince's domicile.
Did not know he was into that.
Tainted love.
Yep. Oh, tainted love.
It was a voluntary type of roofie.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. Ones that you pay for. So, but outside of that, it was mostly a party. It wasn't all fun and games for Miss Sophie. Her gift to the Elysium didn't quite go off as she had hoped. So she was mightily depressed.
I should have spent a willpower. I forgot we could do that.
We learned that lesson early.
Well, it's probably a good thing that you remembered 2 weeks later. But so that happened. Hesperia had a coat check, so that was a bonus. And they ended up seeing that Doug had a date.
A very buxom date.
Yes, a very buxom date. One that he was quite happy with. And for whatever reason,
I'm still trying to figure that shit out.
And for whatever reason, Sophie did not want to make herself known or interfere for reasons.
Doug is my ghoul, and I knew that he needed to do this on his own. So that, I mean, he didn't need my help, so I didn't want to interfere.
There you go.
He is a Toreador ghoul.
Yeah.
I thought it was because you just didn't want him to see your new enhancement.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to distract her date.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a valid reason. His Domitor suddenly shows up even hotter than before, and it's like, oh, hi. Awkward.
Yeah. All of the above.
All the above. Yeah. So that being said, everybody has woken up at the prince's estate in the beautiful section and more private area of Portland, Oregon. Everybody has been awoken. You're dealing with hangovers, but you've been given some untainted blood, and as we indicated at the end of last game, if you spent a point to basically heal the toxicity in your body, then you would be okay. Oh, we got a biddy from Dante. Thank you.
Yeah. What's up, Dante?
Yay.
What does that mean?
We got a who?
A biddy.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Basically, they're like little points that you can get off of Twitch, and it's just a way to give a shout out or whatnot. They eventually calculate up to like pennies or something like that. I mean, they're not much, but they're more for fun.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Kudos then.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is fun, and the bits should be playing something like this, not just a little chime.
I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. I am available.
So that's what they should be playing. It should be some Johnny Bravo quote, but I have to double check on that. Don't know why it's not working. Bastards. Anyway, so when Miriam and Hesperia come around, the servant that had been checking on you, you guys have been given kind of like an hour or so to recover from said drunken stupor and late slumber. But the servant that had been checking on the two of you has indicated that Sophie is no longer on the premises.
She did what? Shit. Any idea where she went?
Are you asking the servant?
Yes.
The servant said that she received a phone call or a text or something. She had her phone in her hand and she exited the building and asked where exactly, I should say asked for directions to get to downtown Portland.
Hesperia, I'm going to shoot her myself.
Uh,
I'm not going to kill her. I'm just going to hurt her.
she just better not get kidnapped again. I can't do this again.
I am. Here, let's go running off by ourselves again.
Why wouldn't she tell us at least where she's going?
Because she doesn't want us to know. She's doing something she ought not be doing.
Perhaps.
Like going out and getting, a Samisi to do body mods on her.
Or getting us.
A human
right through the chest.
boyfriend. A stake stake through the chest is good. New cat.
I mean, I'm at this point. I think we just need to stake her ourselves so we can keep her in one spot for a decent amount of time.
I don't find that going to be happening anytime soon.
No, I wouldn't do that. We should at least get her a pager or an ankle bracelet, though. One with a monitor.
Oh, I just say we chip her.
Oh, they do that to animals, don't they? Yeah, I think we should do that to her.
Just chip her because it's going to be easier to find her next week when she disappears and gets kidnapped again.
I mean, we could get her drunk again and then
chip her without her knowing it.
Yeah.
Put it like in her scalp where she wouldn't really feel it.
Yeah.
Or like at the top of her butt crack where she never goes.
So the servant is looking back and forth to you two, openly discussing this, and they're like, I'm going to go. My lord would like to see you at some point soon. This seems rather pressing, though, so I will let him know you are delayed by several minutes over the pressing matter of Miss Darrow.
Please do. And thank you. Oh, man.
All right. Of
I'm gonna
course, it's
text
always
Sophie
about
and
you,
see if
isn't
we're-
it?
Yay! Thank you for the follow. We got Loriander, who just recently followed.
Yay.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Loriander. Thank you.
I'm going to text her WTF, where are you? And what's more important than this right now?
Exclamation, exclamation, question mark, question mark.
You get a reply text. Actually, pretty quick. It's ZOMG, like my BFF, Colin.
My BFF Colin? I'm going to show this to Miriam. What does this mean?
I would not have said that. Come on. Wow.
And Colin hands you the phone back, Sophie.
Okay, fine. Wow.
I'm going to kill her. I'm not even going to bother shooting her. I'm just going to kill her.
So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call Sophie.
Okay.
Just kill her.
So your phone starts ringing.
I wonder what I have to do to get it soul pop. Just right out of her body. I can put her in the vault.
Where am I at this point?
You're actually still at the hotel.
Oh.
Like you guys have just had your conversation. That's all out of the way.
Okay.
You're probably just now getting ready to head back.
Okay, then I answer the phone.
Sophie? Is that you?
Yes. Sorry I had to rush out. I needed to touch base with Colin. I am on my way back.
What does your message mean? This makes absolutely no sense.
That was Colin being funny. Never mind.
Okay, tell Colin I'll have words for him when I see him next.
Soul popper. Put her in the vault. I'll keep her for a rainy day.
The prince wants to see us. When can we expect you back?
Oh, shortly. Shortly.
Okay, make it shorter than shortly, please, if you don't mind.
Yes, ma'am.
So before you're getting ready to head out the door, Colin's like, oh, "It's a yes, ma'am. You got in trouble?"
She's a little upset that I disappeared without letting her know.
Okay. So my joke probably didn't go over well.
She says she has words for you later.
Okay. So my 2 words for her at this point is Hello Kitty. So she should be okay with that.
I will pass that along.
Yeah. Hello, Kitty, my ass.
I mean, I do like that gun.
He said, but so then he kisses you on the cheek and he says, just drive safe. Let me know you got there, given everything that's going on. And as soon as I know more, I'll touch base with you.
Okay.
Just go talk to Malcolm. I mean,
So
he can fix
about a
it.
half hour later,
Half hour. Okay.
she pulls back up. And
Miriam looks pissed.
at this point, Miriam and Hesperia are in a den. In this really I don't have the picture on me at this point. I need to find it again. But it's a nice 2-level estate that overlooks Portland itself. So it's kind of up in the hills. Got some nice trees around it, very lush. It's got a open backyard with a kind of a deck sort of setup. They're on the inside in the den. There's one guard standing outside the door itself, but it's not so much, they're being sequestered into the den. It's just more along the lines if they need something. So he's clearly not expecting any problems, just kind of like looking around and motions you in as you approach. The den itself is very nice, warm and cozy. It's got warm lighting, kind of amber tones as opposed to white lights. Nice big screen TV up there currently, playing whatever they might want to have displayed at this point.
The Mandalorian.
Okay, so they are currently getting caught up on The Mandalorian right now, because it's really not much of a thing for him just to quickly order Disney Plus.
Because that's an awesome show.
So Brittany, as Sophie comes walking in, oh, you know what? Just to screw with you, as you come walking in, Baby Yoda is on the screen, and I need you to roll a check.
Oh, that's
so
Yep. Exactly. Yay.
I know. I need one of those. I need you to make me one of those.
I've got a whole list going.
I will pay you.
Okay. I get 2 successes.
Okay. So you're fine, but it strikes that chord. You realize that you're like, oh, they did a good job with this show, and that is like a little bit more. It's a little bit beyond adorable. So you like as she walks in, she has that slightly chibi-eyed look to her as she sees Baby Yoda, appear on the screen, and just oh,
he's so cute. Oh my god.
And to be honest, it is kind of hard to be mad with him on screen. He looking as cute as he does.
Oh, this is a good idea. He's very distracting.
Kind of like Dexter behind Jerome.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Dexter.
Cute and distracting.
Yeah.
Not that they can see Dexter; they can only see
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in the Twitch. I see him now.
Yeah, the little ink spot back there behind Jerome.
Yep.
Our little built-in shadows.
But so you are all there at this point, or the 3 of you, I should say. And then shortly after Sophie comes walking in, Celine comes walking in as well. And Celine, if you don't recall, is she's not a servant, but she's a close friend of Aemon's.
No.
She is an Assamite who is also there, assisting you at the time of the siege with the other, shall we say, rogue elements of the Camarilla.
I'm screaming at sleep. Hold on. There we go. I just look over at Sophie and just shake my head and just look back at the screen.
I'm sorry about that. Colin said it was urgent. I thought it might have to do with the investigation. Mostly it was just personal stuff. Never mind. I'm sorry I'm late.
Maybe next time you want to play this disappearing act, just send us like a quick text because
I did not think I would be gone that long.
I don't want to have to.
Yeah, and
look
you
for
didn't think you'd
or your
get kidnapped
shoes.
and staked either. But hey, let's just run off again by ourselves.
That is valid.
No big
I
deal.
apologize.
My fuse is getting about that short with this shit.
So is there anything that you can share with us, or was this mostly all? You said this was mostly personal, so is there anything
Booty
that
call.
we need to know about?
It was not a booty call, thank you. No, if I don't know if anything that he shared would be relevant to what we're doing, but we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, and as an FYI, Celine, if you need a visual look, and you can look her up as you want, she looks like Tessa Blanchard.
Who?
She's a wrestler.
Oh.
And there we go, as the faces light up and the screens access Google. You can always tell, especially with Missy.
Yeah.
Because she's usually so dark.
What is she wearing? Because now I'm very curious.
Yeah,
she's wearing a wrestler's outfit. I don't know.
No, she's not wearing a wrestler's outfit. Now, right now, she's actually just in a leather coat. She's got kind of a halter top on with denim jeans.
All right.
Blanchard.
Yes.
Oh, I got that right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dante.
She's
at least
a
it's not
short
China.
little thing. Oh, thank God it's not China. Oh, God. He's like an inch taller than me.
Rip Joni Lore.
Yeah. But nevertheless, that's the kind of visual that I'm going for with Celine. So if you need something to tie it in, that is right there. Long black hair. Well built. Muscular.
So after we're done addressing Sophie in her absence, I'd like to say hello, Celine.
Hello. Are you going by Baron Hesperia right now, or is this informality?
Yes, you can call me Baron.
Very well. Baron Hesperia. I hope, aside from whatever issue this was, everybody's okay. You seem to be doing better than last night.
As we do, yes, we are better than last night. So will you be attending this meeting with the prince as well?
I will be, yes.
Okay.
I'm really here just whenever you're ready, just to let him know.
Well, unless we have anything else to discuss, ladies, I think we should probably get this show on the road, as they say.
Yes, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, the sooner we can wrap this up and just go home, I will be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, all right, ladies, if you will follow me, I will take you to the prince.
Thank you.
and it's a short walk through the house. The house itself is actually pretty expansive. Eh, Typical for somebody in his position, well-to-do. There's a lot of artwork and attention to detail. Sophie, you in particular would probably appreciate how the house is set up as far as furniture, art, and everything. Everything. Don't want to say it's Eastern in philosophy like feng shui, but it's very like they purposely did it out so that way everything had an aesthetic that flowed.
I figured it would be a lovely place.
Mm-hmm. There are a couple of as Jess put it, it is kind of like a museum. So there are like a couple rooms just devoted to just old art pieces or relics or things that are important to him. But he brings you into what is basically the living room. So it's not it's comfortable. I'll put it that way. No effort is being made to put anybody off guard or ill at ease. It's not like a long table boardroom setting with office chairs. It's just sit where you would like. Plush couch or lounging chair or whatever.
I sit on the, like, instead of sitting back into, like, the sofa,
Mhm.
I kind of sit up on the edge so in case I need to move quickly, it's easier to move.
Sure. Okay.
I'm going to sit kind of opposite, or at least on the furthest side of the couch, but I'm sitting on with my bottom on the top of the couch and making sure to put my feet as much as possible on the couch.
Okay. So
Right
fuck,
on.
so fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch.
Yeah. All right, Charlie Murphy.
I'm just gonna sit like a normal person.
Okay.
Well, do I have celerity? I don't have celerity.
I probably lounge a little bit just because it looks good.
Okay. Sure. The only other two individuals that are here is Eamon and Celine. The rest of the, any guards or servants or whatnot are just they're escorted out.
Okay.
Yeah, Dante. That's basically like Cthulhu. If you say Charlie Murphy too much, you might end up summoning him. Charlie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, Charlie Murphy.
Ha 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 ha! Darkness! Darkness all around!
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I almost need to make a character like that, just like Rick James, just over the top.
If you say Charlie Murphy 3 times, do you summon Charlie Murphy or Rick James?
Ooh.
Probably Rick James. Just you say Charlie Murphy too many times. Like, I'm Rick James, motherfucker. Enjoy yourself. So
Yeah.
sorry, I digress. So, but anyways,
I still want
Eamon-
Samuel L. Jackson beer.
Yeah.
It'll get you drunk.
Prince Eamon, however, does look, pretty serious given, the events that have happened here recently, as of last night and going into this. And he says, so I hope all of you have slept well. You looked refreshed compared to when
We got up.
we brought you back.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, by the way. I am very sorry that you had to
Don't
follow
say
up with us that
don't
way.
say a word. It's not a problem.
I'm sure the prince enjoys a good drink and a good time. So I'm sure everything's good, right, Eamon?
It's quite all right. And since we're being informal, Hesperia.
Fair enough. But I do appreciate your hospitality and making sure we got back in one piece.
Of course. No, it's not a problem. I've had some people watching the club just for security measures. And when I received word that 3 individuals fitting your description were
Inviting.
dancing.
Dancing?
How much do you remember?
Not the dancing.
Maybe
So
we shouldn't
perhaps
ask those types of questions.
perhaps we should open with that, since there seems to be a touch of memory loss. So the reports have that you were up on the podium at one point dancing. I don't have exact descriptions.
Which one?
I don't have exact descriptions of who was doing it. I believe that was during a rendition of one of the Rob Zombie songs, so I think it was more go-go related. There
Please
is
let it have been Sophie.
apparently there was a request for house music to come up, and if I have this correctly, Sophie requested more shots. Miriam asked for a song about shots, and Hesperia and Jewel went along with the ride. And well, I mean, I have the tab. You ended up running up about $300 worth of shots.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's $300. It's not a big deal.
At least we had fun.
Clearly, yes. But given safety precautions, I just thought it would be better to bring you back to my haven so you could recover from, your bender, as I guess we could put it.
Well, we do appreciate it. But I do have a question. You mentioned that you have eyes on the club on a pretty consistent basis. Is there something in particular that you need help with?
Not currently. I don't know how much that you're aware of, but it had been the site of a Sabbat attack not too long ago. Roughly around the same time that you were having issues in Ashland. So I've just been keeping eyes on it just in case somebody uppity decided to damage it or something. I mean, who knows? But also, of course, I've been trying to keep an eye on it for Echo's sake. In light of new information, I probably have to step in there, but that's really neither here nor there.
Okay. Fair enough. What information have you received about Echo? Is she's the one that you sent to bear us gifts, correct?
Correct.
That's
yes.
the same Echo?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Kyrene's progeny. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's starting to get around at this point, and I can't really hold back probably after tonight. So you'll likely hear more coming out of the court past this point. It's been confirmed that she has become Sabbat, and she is, at least last we checked, outside of the city. She has moved on to Vancouver with an unidentified Sabbat pack. Oddly enough, the individual who she seems to be with is somebody she had an encounter with, a threatening encounter with prior, so I don't know the dynamic there. I almost have to believe there was blood bonding or something, in that nature done, which means, this may have been done outside of her will. I don't have the means of verifying that, and I certainly wouldn't ask any of you to do so because you have your own business to take care of in Ashland.
No, certainly. But if this is a looming threat, we appreciate the information so that we can keep an eye out as well.
That does bring us to a quick matter of the club itself. Now I could take it over, and I'm fully expecting that members of the city would like me to do so. I would, however, like to keep it out of city hands. So if one of you would, if would be interested, I would be happy to work some sort of an arrangement where the rebellious rose fell to somebody within your court, the council, I should say. I that's what you call it, right? The council.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more appropriate.
Obviously, it doesn't have to be decided right now, but it is something I would like to get resolved soon, and I would like to keep it out of other clans' hands here, just out as a security precaution and as a gesture of good faith.
Well, I appreciate the offer. I believe that's something we'll need to take under discussion
Of course.
when we have an opportunity, just to make sure we have the capability to keep as good of an eye on this place as you've been keeping.
So to the point of why I had asked those of you who were looking into it anyways, the concern of infernalism. We do have confirmed instances of it happening within the city. We think it may have had something to do with Echo and Celine's initial contact. We don't know to what degree. We have been able to confirm that it seems to magnify not just carnal desires, but it's a way to put this. I'm sure the term will come to me, but something along the lines of like, well, desires in general. A craving, sort of a in a 7 deadly sins sort of method. Like
It releases their inhibitions.
Yes, but it seems to be more along the lines of a craving. So it could be sexual in nature, it could be power, it could be a combination thereof, or the denial thereof that seems to force other individuals on. I have been quietly looking into it, and while I can't say that I have the occultic knowledge to verify any of this. This seems to match up with some of the stories that had happened here previously in Portland before any of us arrived. There's unconfirmed accounts that there was some sort of a magical spike in the region, and it coincided with a lot of internal fighting within the Camarilla, as well as an attack by the Sabbat, as well as werewolves.
That happened about the time that I left. That sounds about accurate.
So if that coincides, then it sounds like, at least as far as we know, the two are related, and this could be going through a cycle.
Do we know how this works? How this influence is? Does it take some kind of contact? I haven't seen any weird auras on anyone.
Celine at that point steps forward and she says, well, I can't speak to auras. Echo was able to notice that there seemed to be some sort of, how did she put it? There was like a divergence in the area where they drew strongest, that random spiritual activity showed up at least more rampantly. Her and I struck at a cult that was outside of town, and we managed to save some friends of ours who had fallen prey to them. It was, again, we lack levels of occult and perhaps spirituality in these matters that are beyond us. But my recollection of what took place is it was almost as if the two were being sacrificed.
Jerome, would I be able to roll my occult to see if any of this may ring true or sound
Sure.
familiar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Difficulty 8, but intelligence and occult.
Okay.
I've got 1 in occult.
You can
Should I
sure give it a
try that?
shot.
I also have 1 in a cult, and
Well, I would hope I would have more occult than y'all being a necromancer. Oh, 2.
I also got 2.
I would have had 3, but I rolled a 1.
It was just a cult, or what were we rolling?
Intelligence and occult.
Intelligence.
I only rolled 1 die, and it was not a success. Oh, I got a 10 on the second die.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to re-roll that?
No. So you have 1 success.
1 success.
Why are you have a 1 in intelligence?
No, I had a... Oh, okay, I wasn't looking at it right, and I didn't roll. So I told Jerome exactly out of character what happened to my vampire character sheet, and I'll have to tell you about it later. It's pretty helpful.
I'm sure it's tasty.
Yeah. Literally, the dog ate my homework.
Oh, literally?
Literally, but it had barbecue sauce on it, so... What
Why
happened?
did your character sheet have barbecue sauce? Okay, my camera's
Children.
like way too.
Children.
Children.
So at any rate. So
Kidlets.
so with your accuracies there, I mean, it's vague, but it sounds about right. As crazy as that might be. You know, it's not uncommon. Well, you would also know just from being vampires that the blood, not only in humans, but even more so in vampires, can drive a great many things. It can drive blood magics. It can also be, when used as basically sacrificial lambs, it can also be used to power other effects if sorcery is involved of some kind. So while unfortunately it's vague, it could quite very well be very accurate.
That sounds about right, actually, especially if they were doing some sort of like blood magic. So,
So you're saying there's like an area of effect, like going into certain areas, they would come under this influence, but not having direct contact with demons or whatever. Is that how it works?
We're not certain. We do know that a location was found that was actually very hard to locate. And this is Celine talking again. She says, Echo and Hema both found a place not far from her club that was steeped in the arcane and forcibly, if you weren't paying attention, you would miss it. It actually forced you to forget about it.
so it was warded in a sense.
Not so much warded. It's more along the lines of like how obfuscate works for vampire kind.
No, I understand that. What I was just saying, it was kind of like that. Okay, I am.
So
And how long do you think this influence has lasted? I mean, on an individual basis, can you tell? What was your experience?
My experience is I came out of it shortly after it affected me.
Oh, so short term.
Well, we weren't there very long, but long enough to drive Echo away.
You mentioned that this was cyclical. Is there any sort of a timeline or anything that you've nailed down to see when this is going to start happening again? Or
We don't know specifically because we don't know time wise. It's past the year that from the last time it had happened. But now that we know that there's someone or something behind it, I would expect that they're going to start driving up the time frame here soon. We just don't know what it is that they want. We don't have a goal outside of the side effects that we've seen and experienced so far.
Have there been more disappearances in the human population? Have y'all been looking into that?
We have that, and that's something Eamon chimes in about. It is something we've been monitoring. Nothing outside of the ordinary as of this point.
You said there was like extra spiritual activity in those areas.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca, go ahead and give me an intelligence and occult roll, difficulty 6.
Oh, sweet mother of God, 4.
Okay. You recall a place in Ashland that was like that.
Yeah.
That did that exact same thing.
Fuck. Mental hospital did the same thing.
Wait, what? The one that we were trapped in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. I've been trying to get it cleared out.
So would this be cleansed the same way then?
You know more about the occult here than we do, being a Giovanni. But that sounds about accurate, does it not?
It does, but the spiritual activity may be due to a different reason. So it would be one of those things of I'd kind of have to get a feel for it and kind of check it out, maybe speak to some of the souls that are there or have a mediator check it out.
So then, why don't we do this? Why don't we partner up on this issue, since it's clear that you have something there that's probably tied in to something we're looking at? You look into this hospital and whatever your findings are, you share them with us, and we'll share our findings here and see if there's some way we can collude together to fix them both at the same time.
Well, what I know of the hospital is the ones that are there are the souls of the people basically that were, Jerome, correct me if I'm wrong because of my memory, but it's basically the souls of the people there that were like killed while they were hospitalized, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just great unrest there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically, instead of having to repeat myself in character,
Sure.
I convey that.
Okay.
So the souls can be removed, but we don't know what is causing the spiritual unrest of where you're at. So like I said, until I was able to actually go to the place, but that may not be the safest either, considering infernal taint.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to need to do a little bit of research on this as far as infernal taint and spirits. And as soon as I've got that information. I'll reach back out to you and let you know what I find.
It's very much appreciated. I will state this, not that I wish to force Ashland's hand in any matter. I know you've had plenty of problems yourself. But note that the peace here will not stand if they find a way to unseat me as prince. And there are plenty of individuals here who I'm fairly certain would seek reprisal efforts for what it is that you did in Ashland.
Let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Us holding Ashland and actions we have taken within our own domain.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those here in Portland wish to see you unseated and would take action against us for something that happened outside of their domain.
Mm-hmm.
And you were wishing our assistance to make sure that you were not unseated.
I'm merely putting it out there that if it does happen, this is what you can expect. So it behooves us to work together.
And what kind of boon do you offer?
Well, to be quite frank, I'm not going to offer a boon at this point.
Okay. I tell you what, you guys just chime right in and help me out there.
Well, as far as your assignment to me, Eamon, I spoke with Iris. As I said, nobody's auras had odd influences. So they were not possessed. She is concerned that your presence as the prince and because of Echo, that basically you are going to turn the city Sabbat. She was also concerned about a blood hunt for Echo, and she claimed that Echo leaving the city was not enough for it to end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with Sabbat traditions, so I wasn't sure if that was true, but that's what she said.
What do you mean for what to end?
That just by Echo leaving the city and not coming back, that would not be enough to basically that she should be pursued even outside.
And brought to justice.
That it's not enough to just let her go and stay away.
Okay, I'm not clear on this. So she feels that Echo leaving is not enough for a blood hunt, or it justifies a blood hunt?
It justifies a blood hunt because she turned to the Sabbat.
Well, as it was indicated, it may not have been of her own free will. So that's,
Not
Does
something
that-
they're going to care about.
Do they don't take that into account?
You spoke to them. Did they sound like they would take that into account?
They didn't sound very reasonable, no.
This is what you're going to have to look forward to if they find a way to even wrest part of the power away from the city. You have to understand, in the Camarilla currently right now, there is still the War of Princes. And those that are greedy, those who want more, are seeking more. And you have propped up Ashland as quite the target.
We're just trying to exist.
And I'm more than happy to allow that. I don't have any designs on Ashland. I don't care. I get it. But I'm sure at this point Sophie, you've already heard rumors of them lobbing the comments about how you have Sabbat neighbors.
That is true. They were not happy about that.
And it doesn't matter how justified that you were in defending your territory against Gina and her crew. They'll only see it as the loss of Camarilla citizens to wayward anarch children and independence.
These fanatic politics just make me exhausted. There's so much effort behind it.
And this is part of why I am not. Well, no, it has nothing to do with it. I'm Giovanni. I could fuck all.
This is why I left, frankly.
Well, keep in mind, the more I believe you put it, fuck all and fuck off, the stronger your opponents become.
No, don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not willing to fight for what's mine. I will fight for what's mine, and I will do what is necessary to protect me and mine. And these ladies are part of me and mine. And those, the citizens of Ashland are part of me and mine. So
I fully understand. But at some point in time, your city's going to have to adopt either an isolationist policy or an interventionist policy.
So as far as keeping you in the seat of power, what do you suggest that you need from us?
For now, I would like to get the bottom of this infernalism thing. There's nothing I can do for the choices or circumstances that befell Echo. I'm going to have to deal with that in particular, and that will take some wind out of their sails. But I need to find a solid win here regarding this whatever infernalism that's going on. And I think it's a fair bit to say that whatever happened here a year ago, a little over a year ago at this point, it could very well happen in Ashland. And while my seat as prince may go up, as I understand it, you're the only barony. You stand to lose a whole lot more than I do.
I can't fault you for being wrong. And your plan of things seems to be a lot less complicated than if others were to unseat you. So I'll work with you. I have to take any other decisions up with
No, I
these
fully
ladies,
understand. I fully understand. And whatever accord that your group comes to and whoever decides to work with me, I will make as much of my resources available as possible so that we can find a way to get this resolved.
But if we're going to do anything together, we need to have your complicity in providing us updates regarding Echo's condition and whether or not you've located her.
Of course.
And any other
Absolutely.
information that might be relevant to the situation.
Of course.
Nothing can be kept from us just for whatever your bullshit politics are with Camarilla. That stuff doesn't matter to us. We need the information.
Right. I completely understand. I agree 100%.
And Clan Giovanni is part of this as well. So I've already indicated that I will get and share whatever information I am able to assist with, because an infernalist problem affects us all.
It does.
So you've got the support of Clan Giovanni behind you in this matter.
Excellent. Thank you.
I mean, I don't want to see things fall apart. We worked really hard to get the peace that we've had, so obviously I'm here to help.
Which is exactly why I approached all of you. Your group is significantly more workable than many of the individuals here. Reasonable would probably be a better word.
Less complicated.
There is that.
I don't like complications. Looks at Sophie.
Neither do I.
Hmm.
So what now? Where do we go from here?
Well, I suppose it's up to you to take it to your council and discuss it, but hopefully you'll do so in sooner rather than later.
I'll be right back. Timer's going off. Sorry.
The pie.
Pie.
Ooh.
That's my apple pie.
So are we talking about hitting the pavement, or there are things that we need to do up here, things that we need to do back home? What is
I will see what
is
can
the
be done
idea?
here. If your group is seen investigating too much around here, you're probably going to start drawing unwanted attention from the other clans. Even though I have the Ventru right now at a reasonable simmer, for lack of a better word, very little will set them off. And as it is, they already have a dim view of Anarchs to begin with. And while you have other Anarch allies up here, they seem to be more withdrawn, reasonably so, than the others. And if you started nosing around here, I'm certain you would draw the ire of the Toreador, and they're powerful enough to create a loggerhead of artistic problems in Ashland, which, as I understand it, a budding industry.
I don't want their fingers
Precisely.
anywhere near my city.
Right.
But if that's the case, if we were to take over the club, wouldn't that be an issue as well?
Perhaps. I was thinking more along the lines of quietly taking it over. Whoever you work with on your end is fine, but it would not be something that I would necessarily publicly acknowledge.
Okay.
I have ideas on that, ladies. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, I just merely wish to keep it out of their hands.
I have some ideas as well.
We can definitely arrange that. Definitely.
Since I have your audience here currently, is there anything I can do for you while you're here in town?
Sorry, everybody froze for a second.
Jerome, what other things was I needing for the vault? Was I needing anything specific?
No, at this point, just time to build.
Okay.
I mean, you just got the extra manpower to refurbish the cedar house.
Right. Okay. I can think of nothing at this time, Eamon.
I also can't think of anything that I need at the moment. However, if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Good. Sophie?
I have some business interests I'm expanding, but I make it a policy never to borrow money from associates. So
No one said anything about money.
no, I'm just saying that's the only need that I've got right now, and I think it's natural. So
No, that's then that's quite fair. If that's the case, then I will be happy to see you out. You have my number to reach out to me directly, or you can reach out to Celine as well. I would advise that your Anarch friend Hema was actually involved in part of this investigation, so she may be somebody you can follow up with for additional details.
I did think of something. Corrine wanted to touch base with me last night. Obviously, that didn't work out. Did she? Do you know what she wanted to talk to me about?
I do not. It
Okay.
sounds like that may have been more of personal in nature.
Okay.
She's been rather sequestered since the issues with Echo.
I can
Rightly so.
imagine. I told her that we were meeting with you, and she said that she would come by. But anyway, okay, I'll follow up with her later.
Did anyone have anything else?
I do not at this time.
I think that's it for now.
Okay, fantastic. Rebecca, you
Yes.
get a text. It's from Quan.
Okay.
Found somebody new. Are any of you going to be in town anytime soon?
I text him back. We're going to be on our way back tonight. Who did you find?
I haven't exactly identified myself or given hellos or goodbyes. I just know it's a vampire. It's unidentified.
Where?
In Ashland.
I know that. Where in Ashland?
Browsing around Lithia Park.
Okay, thank you. How long does it take to get from Portland to Ashland?
About 2 hours.
Okay, we'll be back in a
Probably
couple of
little bit
hours.
less since it's downhill from there.
Okay. Let him know that we're going to be back in a couple of hours just to keep an eye on him,
Okay,
on
will do.
them. So we've got a new vampire in town. Damn it.
Okay.
Any other details?
That was Quan. He said that whoever it was just kind of poking around Lithia Park, but he hadn't identified who he was yet, but just confirmed that it was a vampire.
All right, I guess we better go check that out.
Yeah, I let him know we'd be back in a couple hours.
Will Colin be our conductor for our ride home, Sophie?
Let me give him a call and see what is going on. As far as that, he had other investigations to work on. So, give me a minute. I'm gonna step outside for a second and call Colin.
Okay. Hey, hun, what's going on?
So, Eamon says that he doesn't think it's a good idea for us to be poking around up here. That would look suspicious and draw attention. So we've
Oh.
done about as much up here as we can, and the girls are talking about going home. Are
Okay.
you at a place where you're going to come with us, or do you
I
want
am
to
not.
stay? You're okay.
The council here is hip deep in something, and I don't want to just drop the ball and leave them hanging. I can do more here than I can in Ashland right now.
Are you going to be okay on your own?
I won't be on my own. I've got a couple friends here, so I mean they're all my type, not your type, but I'll be okay.
Tell them I said hi.
I will, and I'll be safe.
Okay. Keep me posted.
Aw.
Let me know you got home okay?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Then I step back in and say Colin and his associates are working their angle, and he's going to stay up here for a while and help out.
How much information are they willing to share about their angle?
You know, I didn't ask. It's kind of a delicate subject. I try not to be nosy, but if it's relevant, I'm sure that they would let us know.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I have no doubt Colin would.
I will stay on top of that.
So it's his vehicle. We rode with y'all.
This is gonna be expensive Uber on the way home. I hope y'all have a credit card because I am broke.
No, well, we can take the car that he took us up in. He's found his own transportation, so it's fine.
Got the magic carpet. Start calling him Aladdin from now on. Okay. Because we need to head back, because if there's a new vampire in town, we need to know what we're dealing with.
Hesperia,
Yes,
your phone chimes.
I
You
answer it.
You have a text message.
Oh,
Do,
it's a
do,
text
do, do,
and a
do,
call.
do.
So it's all bling.
I'm gonna read that text.
Okay. The text is very formal looking. It reads almost like it should have been a letter. But it's kept short. It's not obviously like, go gadget Godzilla text. But it is from somebody who is going to be havening in Ashland for the foreseeable future and would like to meet with you. Her name is Letice Valentine.
Latiz?
Letice.
You bringing Mindy into game?
An NPC.
Aw, just what we need.
I am going to reply. Thank you for the heads up. Please let us know how long you are going to be in town for, and if, well, I guess we could do the formalities in person if you would prefer, and then send that.
Very much so. And she replies back, as I understand it, the quaint little railroad museum is our current Elysium.
It is. Can we plan? I'm going to text back. Can we please plan for maybe 3 to 4 hours out? I do
Absolutely.
have a pressing matter to take.
I look forward to seeing you.
And then I just text back XOXO.
Okay.
Hugs and kisses?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not one to judge.
Her last name is
I am.
Valentine.
Yep.
Yeah. Miriam is. I'm not.
All right. So you guys are on your way back to Ashland at this point. You're in the midst of a scene change a la Wayne's World. So George, at this
Yes.
point, you are, I don't want to say you're lost in town, but you are kind of wandering a little aimlessly because your police contact had just gotten back to you and had told you of some, like a predator who had been stalking around Lithia Park. In particular, they believed that this individual had been looking for kids 19 or younger to take away and kidnap. They're not too sure if it's a like child pornography ring, or if it's just something personal and seedy. But it was one of those things that kind of struck you as kind of struck you to your core, in that it was something you could probably look into. But being new to the city, you kind of got caught up in looking around Lithia Park in general. Lithia Park is actually a main attraction here in town. It is a very gorgeous park, well kept, with lights and lamps. It's called Lithia Park because of the type of water that actually comes from the spring in it. They at one point in time believed it had healing qualities.
Okay.
But if you
So
look up pictures of Lithia Park, it's an actual real place. If you look it up in Ashland, Oregon, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really gorgeous.
Okay. And it's like it's a public park. It's not like an
Yes, it is.
amusement park? Or?
No.
Okay.
It is a public park.
Okay.
Primarily draws college students looking to neck, hikers who like to hike back up further into the park, or just people who like flowers and greenery and art.
Okay. So it's got like nature trails.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay. I was gonna say
Oh,
like it's got nature trails and
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So lots of places to hide. Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, I guess I'm just stalking my way around there, just trying to Yeah, I don't know that I'll be talking to people, but I'll probably just be skulking around, acting like I don't know. I'm probably not dressed well enough to pass for like a college student looking to hang out.
Mhm.
I can at least walk around and just look like I'm dejected and aimless. Maybe
Sure.
see if anyone comes to talk to me.
You absolutely can. Ashland, Oregon has a problem with the homeless currently.
oh God.
And so you do see your fair share of bums that are just like curled up at in bushes or something, like sort of out of sight,
Mhm.
trying to catch some Z's or whatnot, despite the fact that it's winter and it's cold.
Okay. And you said it's well lit. I'm assuming that only like the more open parts are gonna. Well, I guess there's probably be lit areas of the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, well, I shouldn't say trails per se. The trails really aren't lit. That's more of a daytime thing. But there are plenty of walkways, cement walkways and paths that go around the park perimeter and through the park that do have some lighting on them.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll just keep looking around and see if anyone like catches my eye. It seems a little sketchy.
Okay. So since are you skulking, trying to stay hidden, or just not being stealthy, just not being overt?
I don't think I'm necessarily being stealthy
Mhm.
because like I look like I might be in that age range.
Okay.
So like I might just look like I'm sort of like maybe I'm a homeless kid, maybe I ran away from home. There's like maybe either get this person to approach me or see if I see somebody who is skulking around that like sort of catches my attention. So I'm gonna try
Okay.
like yeah.
Sure. Okay. So then give me a perception and alertness check, difficulty 6.
Okay, perception and alertness.
Yes.
Okay, difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay, that is and ones take away a success, right?
They do, yes.
Okay, so then I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Oh, and one of the differences in V20 than the previous editions, if you roll no successes and you get ones, that is a botch. If you roll even one success, but then a bunch of, ones or something like that, that's just a failure.
Okay.
So before, if you say rolled 2 successes, but then 3 ones, they would state that was a botch. In this case, so long as you have at least one success, you're not botching. It's just a failed roll.
Okay. And let's see. Yeah, and what? Yes, because I did get a 10 on one of the dice, but I don't think any of my alertness or my perception are high enough for that to be a double, right? It's got to be 4 dots.
It does, yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so, and how many successes did you get?
I got 2.
2.
Mm.
All right, so you, outside of noting how beautiful it is actually out in this area, you do occasionally spot like the, couple who are making their way in and holding hands, or more like holding arms, and lovey-dovey walking further into the park. You do occasionally see a bum or something nearby, just kind of curled up and trying to keep warm and keep hidden. You do, however, spot a person in a car, actually, a sedan parked in the nearby parking lot, who just seems to be kind of keeping an eye on keeping an eye out in general.
Okay.
Like occasionally looking down, like at their phone or something, and then just scanning around.
Okay. Um, are there any fountains like near or any sort of like water sources like near the parking area?
Mhm.
Okay, I want to go over to one of those, and I want to start, like, I guess, getting water going, and like start cleaning my face, trying to trying to make it look like I don't know, like I'm trying to draw attention to the fact that I probably don't have a place to go home to.
Okay. And how old does your character look?
He looks to be 18.
18. Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Let me take a look here real quick. All right. So as you are kind of washing up or whatnot, and trying to beautify yourself, despite the fact you look a touch on the homeless side, you end up seeing a guy come walking up. He's in overalls with a thick kind of coat on, because it is cold out. Probably got long johns underneath it. Got a baseball cap on, kind of tilted down so it's a little bit harder to see his his face. Got his hands in his pocket as he comes walking down the opposite direction on the sidewalk.
Okay, and he's coming up to me.
Coming by you, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to them, like sort of acting like I'm just barely noticing them, and I'm gonna ask him, "Hey, do you have a dollar that you could spare?"
Okay. Give me a charisma and subterfuge roll.
Okay, charisma. Okay. Okay. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. So it sounds pretty convincing as you ask him for a dollar, and he's like, I don't carry change on me, but if you're hungry, I'll be happy to buy you a sandwich.
Um, and like I'll look around, like, kind of nervously, but I'll go. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, yeah, not a problem. So motions that to a restaurant that sits just off of the park itself.
Okay.
One of those. It's not a commercial chain, but it looks like a 5 and diner. If you know what those look like.
5 and diner. I don't think so.
Probably not. Okay, so they
Okay.
look like a 50s drive-in diner sort of look.
Okay.
Smaller version of the varsity.
Okay. I think I've been to the varsity like once.
What?
Oh wait, no.
I mean, I've only been there once.
No, wait, no, I take that back. I've never been to varsity. I was thinking of a
You've
different
never
place.
been to the varsity? Oh, you got to go get a smush hot dog.
Is that a smush hot dog?
No, they
Sounds-
put them in these things that you put all your stuff on it, and then they like toast it in these things, but it squishes them kind of flat.
It's like a panini press but for hot dogs.
Kind of.
Huh. Okay.
So we learned something new tonight.
Go to the varsity if you're ever in Atlanta.
I live in Atlanta, so
What's your excuse?
I don't know where it is.
It's downtown.
Google it.
Oh,
Yeah, Google it.
Anyways,
that's right.
So as the two of you start walking across the parking lot, give me another perception and alertness check.
Okay.
This time
perception.
difficulty 8.
Okay. Okay. Just one success.
Okay. So he's following you. He's kind of walking behind, and he's asking you, sort of personal questions like, what's your name, how long you've been here, that sort of thing. How you answer is, entirely up to you. But that's when you feel a shock at the base of your back.
Okay.
No.
So you'll need to roll your stamina, and if you have fortitude, roll that as well.
Okay. I do have fortitude, so. Okay. What's my difficulty?
It's always going to be 6 when you're soaking damage.
6. Okay. So that is 2 successes.
Okay. So you end up you basically got on the wrong side of a taser that was jabbed right at your spine.
Okay.
So thankfully you didn't take any damage from it, but there is a pain and a shock there that has caused you to fall to the ground. Thankfully you're only dazed. You're not like paralyzed and shaking or whatnot.
Yeah.
So you do have the capability of defending yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna, because we're still like in the park, right? Or
Yes.
we're not in it. Okay. Yeah, I'm
You
gonna.
basically like just passed a tree to help obscure some of the view and he zapped you in the back.
Okay. Okay. So I'm still technically in public.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go limp. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm out.
Ooh.
Okay.
He's playing possum.
So let's see.
Tough, stop.
Let's see if you can
Sorry.
sell it. Give me a charisma and performance.
Okay.
Difficulty 7.
Okay. Charisma and performance. Difficulty 7. Okay. So that's. Okay, that is 3 successes.
Okay, not bad. So, he takes a moment to like kick your foot and sees that you're not moving. You're still kind of like, you're doing a good job of actually selling the tase. So he quickly. Okay, I'm getting quite a bit of feedback. Hang on a second.
Okay.
So, anywho, hopefully it's not too bad because I can actually hear myself. It sounds like somebody's speakers may be up pretty high.
Or is it maybe the headphone jack got loose again?
It sounds like the same interference we had earlier when Becca's headphones were loose.
Oh yeah, because she's messing with it right now.
Yeah.
There
Can
we
y'all
go.
talk? Okay. Yeah.
Yay!
It's because all the animals decided to come over and mess with me.
Okay, so at any rate, you are successfully selling it. He moves to restrain your hands
Okay.
at your wrists with zip ties. Are you going
Okay.
to attempt to resist or go with it?
I'm gonna go with it. I think I can handle.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So then he zip ties your hands, zip ties zip ties you at your ankles to keep you tied down. Your hands behind your back. Throws you up over his shoulder real quick as a van starts pulling up.
Okay.
They toss you into the back of the van. And they zap you again for good measure. So go ahead and roll your stamina and fortitude.
And these guys are jerks. Okay. Okay. That's just one success.
Okay. That caused you some damage. You end up taking 2.
Okay.
And that actually did shock you at this point.
Okay. So if I have fortitude, I have 2 dots of fortitude. So I don't know if that helps at all.
That was to your roll.
Oh, okay. So I'm in hurt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully, it wasn't lethal, though. It's bashing, so it's something you can actually heal pretty quick.
Okay.
So at any rate, so at that point, they're speeding away. As you guys are just getting into town, Quan texts Rebecca again, or Miriam, I should say.
Okay.
So the guy is actually being kidnapped.
Intervene.
Are you sure?
Are they human?
I don't know. Let me check.
Maybe you should put a chip in him.
Quan, yeah. But he doesn't run off by himself and get himself kidnapped.
Then George.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you relay this to us?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
So he comes back and he says, okay, so the guy who was taking was a fucking spick bum, and he thinks 2 wops took him, and he thinks they're human. Yeah, sorry that your intelligence is being given to you by Vinny.
Yeah, I've figured that. So a Mexican got kidnapped by 2 Italians?
That's what I'm being told.
So he's already been taken?
I'm watching the vehicle drive away as we speak.
Oh, follow them and give me directions.
Okay.
We're heading in that direction.
Will do.
Who's driving?
I can drive.
What's your drive?
It's 1.
Mine's 2.
Mine's a 0, so let's have Miriam drive.
Okay, fine.
If you could please let Quan know that, pursuant to our previous conversation with Eamon, I would prefer if we don't have any kidnapped peoples in our domain, if we can afford to.
Oh no, I agree.
Rescue them at this time.
Yeah,
It would be awesome.
That's why I'm telling him, and because I haven't even had time to relay to my people what is going on. So she hands her phone to Hesperia.
Okay.
Give me the directions as they come in. And she puts her foot down.
Got it.
Oh, so I'm in the back seat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so Miriam, give me a dexterity and drive check.
I'm okay with that. Please let my dice love me for driving. Oh, my dice really love me for driving. 3.
Okay. So she accelerates, doesn't give a damn about the icy roads. Right now, Miriam's just like, it's Tokyo Drift time.
I'm okay with that.
And-
That's in an SUV, an Escalade, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll Tokyo drift it in an Escalade. I'm okay with that.
This ain't our car.
Did you say
We don't
this ain't
care.
our? Exactly, it ain't
This
mine.
ain't our car.
No, it ain't mine. Fuck that.
Please keep it in one piece.
And then after Sophie
If
says that,
possible.
I'm gonna put my feet up on the dash.
So I have a question. So
Yes.
while I'm in this car, like
Mhm.
or in this van, are there like people like watching me? Am I just sort of lying in the back and like there's two people up in the front?
There's one person in the back watching you, one person driving.
Okay. Also, I don't have my blood pool on here. How much blood do I have in me? I'm actually not sure.
We would treat it at full. So your generation is 12, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Oh, stop. Let me get that pulled up here real quick. Whoop.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have.
No, that's quite all right. So you have 11.
Okay.
11.
21.
Okay. All right. If it's possible, like, is the guy who's watching me watching hands or watching? Is he like in front of me or is he behind?
Well, you're lying face down, so that would technically be behind you.
Okay. I would like to sort of like roll over to a side
Mhm.
and like with my hands like away from him, and whichever hand is away, I want to activate my feral claws, and I
Okay.
want to cut through my zip tie with my claws.
All right. This is going to be a little tricky. Getting your claws is not a problem.
Okay.
So it just takes a little bit to burn your blood and then pull your claws out. Cutting them, however, that's going to be kind of tricky. So give me a
Okay.
dexterity and brawl check, and that's going to be a difficulty 8.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm trying to do this like stealthily. Like I'm just trying to like free myself
Yeah, yeah.
up before I get to
Yeah.
But thankfully I'm not bad at. Okay, difficulty 8 you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I've got 1 8, but then I've got 3 10s, and my dexterity is a 5, so I think they'll double.
You can re-roll the 10s.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so it's just 4 successes.
Okay. So you manage to, as quietly as possible, start getting your claws kind of behind your back and start working at it a little bit, getting them to pop free, kind of one at a time, and then finally get it to snap. And thankfully, the snap sound isn't loud enough with the car driving that it was very audible.
Okay, awesome. And I'm still playing like I'm like I'm still like knocked out of it, so I'll probably be like like yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
So you're kind of like laying there like but
Yeah.
freeing
And
up
it's
your
gonna
hands.
it's gonna be so lame if I get killed doing this crazy stuff. I don't know.
First game, that would suck.
Yeah. It's like oh man, first time playing vampire in like 10 years. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I've got
Let's die.
I got kidnapped and murdered by a bunch of scrubs. I got yeah.
So as the van is coming to a stop, the guy just leans down again and zaps you all over again.
Oh shit!
Go ahead and roll your stamina and fortitude.
Okay. I'm very quickly losing my patience with this fellow. Okay, difficulty 6.
Yes.
You said.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's 4 successes.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so you get zapped again. This time, maybe your clothing was a little bit enough of a buffer that it didn't do anything to you. Do you want to play up the fact that you got shocked again?
Yeah, I'm gonna cry out like I'm in and just play up the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then go ahead and roll your charisma and performance again. Difficulty 6.
Charisma and performance. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right.
I'm rolling okay for now.
You apparently have had some experience in getting shocked, so you know how to sell it, or maybe you've seen enough Hollywood films to know how to sell an accurate, or I should say, not Hollywood films. You've seen enough episodes of Cops to know how to accurately film, being tased.
Yeah.
So you're like,
yeah.
oh, even though it didn't really, hurt you at all this time around.
Yeah, I've spent some time on the stage.
That works. So as the vehicle comes to a stop, and you've been getting directions this whole time, you end up getting there roughly a few minutes after they've come to a stop. So we'll get to you guys in just a second. But they come to a stop. They throw open the back doors, and
I think at this point, like once they open up the doors, I'm gonna are my claws still out?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to reach over and I'm gonna stab into the dude who's been shocking me. And then I wanna at this point, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. You've taken me to your base. I can take it from here, boys. And I'm just gonna I wanna kill this dude who's been shocking me, and then I'm cut my ties and then dive at the other dude.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll a Dex versus Brawl.
Okay. And I'm
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6. Okay, so it's my Dex and then my Brawl, and I'm being dirty about it. I'm not playing fair.
Okay.
Okay, difficulty 6. So there's away, but there's 5 successes.
Ouch. Okay, so that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's going to be strength +1 for your claws.
Okay. Does my potence factor into that, or is that the claws?
If you spend a blood point for your potence, they're automatic successes. You need to declare that at the beginning of the round, though. But otherwise, they are added dice.
Okay, then I'll just roll the strength and.
Well, it would be added dice.
Oh, it would be added dice?
Yes.
Okay, so it's one more dice.
Only way it's an automatic success is if you spend a blood for it. Otherwise, it's extra dice.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so I got a pool of 6 dice.
Nice.
Okay.
The way he's been rolling, he's going to have 7.
No, actually, my luck has caught up to me. Yeah, no, I fail, or that's I got nothing. It's all under 6. So yeah, somehow I didn't do anything.
All right, so you leap up there and look like you were about to Wolverine Weapon X this guy, and you confidently pat him in the chest.
Oh, dang.
And it just so your surprise there was like he he kind of leaned back for a second, thinking because your hands were clearly free, and you came up and then you were going to do one of these jab into him, and you just slapped him right in the chest, and cool story, bro.
I'm still new to this.
You still look savage, like you were going to do something, like you were super angry, but you kind of gave him the friendly chest pat sort of thing, unfortunately. And with that, he swings to he goes to deck you. The other guy coming around at this point also has a taser.
Okay. I have lightning reflexes. I don't know if that helps.
That will allow you to re-roll your 10s.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Are you going to roll to dodge? Or you're just going to take it.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do I
Sorry.
dodge?
You were going to roll dexterity and
Dexterity?
athletics.
And athletics. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm still
No, that's quite all right.
okay.
Don't apologize.
Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah, I was like, wait, how do I tell if I've been hit? Like, okay, all right, maybe my luck is returning to be. Okay, see, so
He's great at everything but hurting people.
Okay. Okay, so
A
that's
gangrel who can't hit. That would
that's three
suck.
success. Three successes.
3 successes. Okay. So he sneaks in, and it still catches you. He sneaks in, a punch, catches you right in the jaw, pack, with his strength. Go ahead and you're going to roll your stamina and fortitude to absorb it.
Okay.
I mean, with your dice pool, you probably will.
Okay. That is 3 successes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, bam. So he catches you. It
Okay.
was a surprise. It woke you up,
Mhm.
but yeah, like the taser, it just didn't do
Yeah.
anything to you. The other guy comes around and he is swinging in with one of those handheld tasers.
Okay. And
Now,
I can.
if you would like to
can I-
dodge this, you can. It's going to be dexterity and athletics minus 1 die.
Okay. So, dexterity and athletics. Okay. Okay, so that's just 3 successes.
Okay. So he swings kind of wide with the taser and misses, and you lean back successfully, and it doesn't catch you. You're a little hip to this now. You know that they're trying to shock the hell out of you. So you were ready for somebody else to come around and do that to you.
Okay, cool.
Now at this
Yeah.
point, as you're starting to fight, you can see a sedan that's parked behind you a little ways, and there's this maybe slightly taller than average Asian man in a like a tan like a light tan coat, black shirt and black slacks and shoes, just kind of leaning against his car watching.
Okay.
Long black hair.
Huh. That's weird, but I can't be distracted by that now, so I'm going to again try to stab the fellow who just tried to tase me.
Okay, so the new guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I want the taser out of play, even though I know they both have like that dude just recently tased me, so he's got it at the ready. So I wanna try to give him a dabbing of stabbing.
Okay, are you calling a shot, or are you just gonna try to embed your claws in him?
Um I'm trying to think of like what I guess going for the body would be the easier.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Mhm.
or maybe I guess the throat would probably be a harder target to hit, right?
The throat would be a harder target, but you would know that your claws are supernatural in nature, and they will
Yeah,
fuck a
they're
person up.
okay.
So
Well, then I'll
you don't really need to call a shot against presumably regular old humans. You land a hit anywhere, and it's probably lights out.
okay. I'll just do the body then.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. These nails are acrylic. Okay, there we go. Difficulty 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3. Hold on. Okay, yeah, just 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. Well, let's see if he can get out of the way of that. Came close. It was more along the lines of like he tried to use one of his hands to like kind of parry and block you, but really all he ended up doing was grabbing a hold of your hand as you jammed your claws into him, literally like Wolverine, just super grimace, really pissed off. Go ahead and roll your damage, strength +1. And then, of
Okay.
course, anything you have to potence.
Okay. Yes, so that's strength. Okay. All right. Come on, good dice. Okay, that is successes.
How many?
3.
Oh, God. Okay. So you strike into him and dig your nails right into his chest, and he's just like, "Oh!" It spits up some blood as he does, and just blood is starting to come down all over his chest as he howls in pain. The other guy there is at this point is swinging on you with the taser again.
Okay. I'm going to try and dodge it.
Okay, go ahead.
So,
So that's going to be dexterity and athletics.
okay, dexterity and athletics. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, so that is, and then I get to re-roll 2 of these.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, that was actually a really good roll. I needed that. That 6 successes.
Nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
again, you were kind of expecting it. You knew these guys were going to go for a taser, and so as soon as you embed your claws, you kind of just lean out of the way and roll with it, and he, swings wide and curses, really loud as, yeah, he didn't get anywhere near you at this point. The guy who you have stuck is in a world of hurt, but he's done playing around, and he pulls a pistol on you.
Oh, snap. Okay,
So,
yes.
and he
So-
basically he's going to try and make you eat a 44 round in the head.
Okay, so it's dex and athletics minus
Dex and
1
athletics
to...
-1. Yes.
Okay. Come on, good roll. Okay. That's 4 successes.
4 successes. Not
Yes.
bad. So he did manage to catch you. Thankfully, your dodge was enough that he doesn't get any added dice damage.
Okay.
So that is going to be go. Because it is a bullet round, you can still use your stamina and your fortitude to soak this.
Okay.
And is it at this point you guys are pulling up in the Escalade?
All right. Of course, it's
I got,
always about
2 successes.
you, isn't it?
Thank you for the follow, MTMJ Moondog.
Who?
MTMJ Moondog. Not all the tags make
you.
sense, but thank you.
No, you broke up to me. That's why I was asking who.
Got a new follower.
Yay!
So, what'd you get, George?
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. All right, you take 1.
Okay.
Really,
Meh.
it didn't do much of anything. In fact, it scared him more than it actually really hurt you. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to heal it, but you took a round to the head, and it really just kind of gave you a shave.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, you're looking like their nightmare. I mean, you somehow have these weird claw things that you can stick somebody with. They've punched you, they've zapped you several times, they've shot you, and you just ain't going down. And for those of you who are watching, the picture you see up there in the middle, that is George's character.
Yeah, I look like a feral chihuahua.
So
With the slightly bug eyes, just like
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi,
yeah, there you go, Steve Buscemi eyes.
a Hispanic Steve Buscemi. Okay,
So
That's-
as you end up like getting the graze from the gunshot wound, you now see an Escalade pulling up.
Oh boy. Okay.
oh, I throw it in park and I'm out pulling a gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got my Hello Kitty at the ready.
Oh. So what ends up? So Sophie, are you getting out or are you staying in?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out too.
Okay. So things went from weird to weirder. So you had, for some reason, some Asian guy sitting by the sedan just watching. Then an Escalade pulls up and Charlie's Angels come out rocking weapons.
Yeah, Fuck yeah.
Oddly enough, this isn't the weirdest night I've had.
Yeah.
But
You're a vampire. It's not going to be.
Yeah, true.
yeah, I'm like I'm starting to think like I'm about to be overwhelmed. So it might be. Well, at least I know where they'll probably move. All right, I'm gonna. Or is it my turn or
It is the
who's
top.
up?
It is top of the round. Your initiative.
Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this this dude who shot me
Mm-hmm.
at the very least, and then I'm gonna start contemplating.
Is this all still happening inside the vehicle?
Yes.
No, it's right
No?
outside it. Yeah, it's right at the
Oh,
back.
okay.
Basically, they open up the doors, and he's like fighting like right there within the proximity of the van.
I just spilled
Oh.
out of it, just like a
Yeah.
like a hoodie with claws attached to it.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, really, his only detriment at this point is he has not gotten his feet free, so he will not be very mobile. But it doesn't really seem to be bothering him all that much right now.
I want to
Alright,
yell to
so-
Miriam really quickly. Let's make sure to keep one of them alive for information.
okay,
Uh-oh.
so Dex and
So-
Brawl. Oh,
So
sorry.
while they're doing that,
Yeah, Dex and Brawl.
so whichever one he doesn't kill.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll sort it out.
We're just sitting back, just kind of waiting. Still got my gun out, still ready if it's needed.
Okay.
But
All right,
let's
I
see what the rabbit chihuahua can do.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right.
Yeah.
And this was against the guy you already hit, or the guy who is trying to tase you?
The
No,
one
I'm
that
gonna get
shot
the-
him.
Yeah, the dude with the gun.
Okay.
And now that he's pulled
That's
the
the guy
gun,
you
I'm
hurt.
like, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish him off.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Oof.
Okay. So these. Okay. All right. So that is. Okay. I get to re-roll.
Oh,
Uh,
this
it's
is good.
He's
nah.
gonna
It's only 2. Like
Oh, I
yeah.
mean, that's enough at this point. The 2.
It's ag.
Yeah. So you hit him. He doesn't die immediately, but at this point he just collapses in a heap. In pain, just kind of holding on to his chest as you just see. I mean, almost blood spurting at this point as he hits the ground.
Yeah.
The other guy pulls his weapon and is backpedaling and opens up on you.
Okay.
Firing
I'm-
2 rounds.
2 rounds. Okay.
Yes. So,
Alright, so-
you can attempt to dodge 1 at full dice, and the second one you're down 1.
Can we act on the next round?
You sure can.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's dexterity plus athletics. Okay. Sure, I have the appropriate amount of dice. Okay. This is just what I needed. Okay, so that is. Right, and I get to re-roll 2 of these. Okay, so that is 1, 2. 6 successes.
All right. Screw that noise. So you kind of lean back towards the van itself. The bullet strikes the door, missing you completely. Second
Okay.
round. Kapow.
Okay, good. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. All right, that one
Yeah.
caught you.
Oh, dang.
So he is up 2 dice for potential damage.
Ooh. But you got your fortitudes, so
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still a
That's
great
down.
degree of a chance that he's going to be able to absorb this.
yeah. It's not ag.
Okay. That is 2 successes.
All right, so you take 2.
Take 2 more. Okay.
Yep.
Meh.
All right.
So now you're feeling some pain.
Yeah. Yeah. But at least I got him down to 1, like 1 dude. So
Well, and he's trying to run at this point, so maybe
Okay.
he's not with the people who are watching. Who knows?
okay.
So top
Yeah,
of the round
I'll-
at this point.
Okay.
How far away is he from us?
Maybe 10 yards, if that.
Would 8, 10 yards, so about 30 feet. Would a high enough athletics and potence to use the strength as like a push off to like leap? Is that a possibility?
Nope. But
Damn.
high athletics could allow you to catch up to him pretty quick, or just celerity.
I don't have celerity.
Some of us do.
Fuck. Never mind. I'm not saying that to you, Brittany. I'm sorry. She is my friend and I love her.
Okay, so top of the round, what is everybody doing? And are you burning any blood for expenditures?
All right, sorry, lay out the scene for us again, just so that we're clear on.
Directly in front of you, there is a scuffle, a kerfuffle.
Right.
There is a van with its doors thrown open. A guy laying on the ground at this point, probably in death throes, as blood is just seeping out of his chest, and he collapsed to the ground. There's a guy who's partially bound up, who has claws. His ankles are zip tied together, and he's done a fairly good job of holding his own. He has a graze that goes across the lengthwise across his head from a gunshot, so his hair looks kind of awkward. And then one guy pulling back and was firing on him, who ended up catching him once, and he's running off to the side, to your immediate left.
Okay, I'm going to try and kneecap him. I'm doing a called shot.
Okay.
Will for an auto success.
Okay, well, before we do that, anybody spending blood?
I will be using celerity.
Okay.
I'm going to run over and take out my knives and cut the zip tie.
Okay. And Missy, are you going to be doing anything?
Yes, I would also like to shoot this guy non-lethally, so kneecaps, legs, ankles, whatever I can get.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will burn a blood for that,
It's a will.
or burn a will. Yeah.
Okay. So Sophie, you will be acting first because of your celerity.
Celerity.
So as they're pulling out their guns to do something nasty, George, you see somebody blur up to you with super speed. I mean, they quite literally go from one point to the next, and it's just kind of a blur. And when she stops, she has like these really good-looking knives that look probably pretty sharp, and your zip ties are already cut.
Okay. Yeah, like at first I was sort of like, like time to defend myself or get away, and my legs go free, and so I'm like, thank you.
That's convenient.
And then I'm going to, let's see, how does healing work in vampire? Like I have to expend blood.
Spend blood, yes.
Right.
You can only spend 1 blood point per round, but that will allow you to heal 1 point of bashing or lethal damage.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm I'm pretty hurt, so I'm gonna spend a blood point
to heal
to
1 point of
heal.
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are now, instead of at 5, you're at 4.
Yeah.
And you can feel your wound starting to mend. Rebecca and Missy, go ahead and take your shots.
Also, quick question. These people look like bums?
George does.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay,
Probably
so
would have acted a little differently if I'd remembered that.
Oh, give me a self-control check.
Okay.
so for firearms, we're rolling firearms.
Dex and firearms. 3. Okay.
3.
And with a called shot, the difficulty is
8.
Okay.
And while they're rolling, so George, so she runs up real quick and cuts you loose. And just as you say thanks, she starts to go.
She's gagging. That's right.
And she looks a little weirded out, almost as if she acted before she thought, and when everything caught up to her, for some she's acting a little disgusted for some reason. It's a little unnerving, but given the fact that you're getting help, not so
She
much.
looks like a cat trying to cough up a hairball.
Yeah. Well, in this case, literally, beggars cannot be choosers. So I'll take what I can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rebecca and Missy, what'd you get?
I have 3,
4.
including my will.
Oh, go ahead and roll damage.
Which okay, hold on, let me look at my damage. 5 die.
Okay, so Rebecca, you're up 2 dice. Missy, you're up 1.
Okay.
He's not going to have a leg by the time we're done.
And these
3.
are D10s. D10s
Yes, these are
were
all
rolling on
D10s.
these as well.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 successes.
Oh,
Or
I just got 3.
okay. So you basically you both kind of eagle eye it and whip out your pistols at once and do the Pulp Fiction thing side by side and just blah bam both at the same time. Both kneecaps just get obliterated. His legs are just the lower half of his legs just lay out on the ground and he is just dead. Like he hits the ground and just so much damage was taken and so much blood loss happened so quickly that he just died in a matter of twitches right on the spot.
Oh shit.
oh man, I was gonna make him one of my herd.
Well, that
I
didn't
can-
go according to plan. Is the other dude dead?
At this point, yes, he is.
Well, fuck.
I'm gonna bend down and like, is there any blood left in him for me to like take some
Sure.
swigs? Yeah, I'm gonna try to replenish what I spent.
So you're just sitting here and healing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to get everything you have damage-wise healed by this point. You're able to get 2 blood points back, though, from the body. So you're down 2 blood.
Okay, sounds good.
Well,
So, yeah, Quan's just sitting there up against the vehicle, and he's like, well, they're dead.
that did not go according to plan.
Worked good for me though. I'm gonna start like going through their pockets, like trying to find like wallets, any like aside from their weapons, like any sort of
I'm going
like,
to take a few steps
I
back.
yeah, I want to find their like any identifying information or anything like cell phones, like we could like I'm not super smart, but I can always turn that over to my contacts to trace it or some stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
And
sorry, while you're doing that, I'm gonna walk over to you and just kind of watch you rifle through or filter through the pockets and whatnot, and kind of bend down and just do this until I get your attention.
I just sort of like awkwardly like look up and at you all, and I say, "Thanks for the help." When you rolled up in a Escalade, I kind of assumed that this might be the end, but thanks.
Hesperia, what do you look like right now?
Oh, I look like me.
Okay.
Oh, she's fugly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is your name?
Sophie, give me a wits and alertness check.
Remus. I call myself Remus.
I got 2 successes and 2 ones, so
Okay.
Oh, you didn't botch, so
Okay,
that's
no
good.
problem.
nothing.
You're good.
You call yourself Remus. Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're Gangrel?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
Oh Lord. One of those.
Remus, if you wouldn't mind me asking, why do these people find you so interesting that they need to tie you up and put you in their car?
Well, I kind of have a how do I put this? These people were predators. They were scouring around Lithia Park looking for people to kidnap, and I figured I may as well be someone for them to kidnap, so I could put a stop to it. And we're at a building, correct?
You're outside
Like,
of a building, yes.
okay. I'm gonna after I'm done rifling through their pockets and stuff, I'm gonna want to search that building. You all are welcome to join me if you have nothing better to do.
I'd
Oh,
like
sorry.
to know a little bit more about these predators, though, because this is kind of an area that
This is our domain.
yeah, we stuck a little claim on this, and if there's predators, then we would kind of need to know about that.
So, tell you what, why don't all of you do the business end of things elsewhere? I'll call the boys. We'll check this place out and I'll get back to you.
Get the cleaners down for this.
Right. Like I said, that way we're not out in the open and, having conversations we probably shouldn't have out in the open.
All right, Quan. Well, Remus. She walks over and opens the back door.
Shotgun.
Rude.
She called.
But never mind. Whatever. I'm just gonna kind of like, and then get in the back of the car. Oh no! I hit the camera. I was trying to be dramatic. Oh no.
It was actually totally appropriate too, because you were stomping your hand as it went right down to it.
It's going doom, 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 doom.
Yeah.
I stomp and get in the very, very back of the Escalade, like third row seat.
Yeah. I'm honestly like I'm a little hesitant to go with you all, especially because there's I don't know what's in this warehouse or this building, but I do owe you for coming up and saving me, so I'll come with you, but I hope that you all are on use some side of niceness.
Some side of niceness. That's not one I've been accused of before. But
if you said this is your domain and you don't predators roaming around it, that's probably a good sign. But I don't really know any of you. I mean, aside from the fact you just did me a solid, which thanks, by the way.
Look, Remus, is that what you said your name is?
Yeah.
No harm will come to you, but we need to discuss this and we can't do it here. So
my name is Miriam.
Okay.
That's my man Quan, and he's going to take care of the building in this situation. I've got people.
Okay.
So
I'm kind of like side eyeing Quan because I'm like, because he was the dude who was just sitting in the car watching the whole time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm just kind of like,
yeah,
like leave it to him, huh?
yes. If you had needed help, he would have helped you.
Well, that's
everybody's in the vehicle at this point, correct?
No, we're standing out there talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll assuming I pulled any like useful information from the two dudes. Yeah, I'll get in the car.
Okay.
But I'm kind of I'm like new dog in a new vehicle, kind of a little
edgy.
unsure about. Yeah, I'm a little like unsure about where I'm being taken.
Okay. So Miriam gets in the car, seatbelts. She buckles up, and she heads.
Oh, and
Where to,
Sophie,
ladies?
Sophie,
Museum?
as just as you guys get into the Escalade, you catch just a little whiff of bo.
Just gonna huddle into my coat.
Okay.
She like I turn to whoever's closest to me who's not Sophie, and I say, she doesn't like blood or what? She's squeamish.
That'd probably be me. No, she has I guess prerequisites, or I don't know a nice way to say it, but and then I'm gonna.
She doesn't like stinky people. We need to bathe you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't really have a home, so
Well, don't worry about it. We'll help you with that. Let's get to somewhere where we can like hose you down at least, so she can be around you enough that we can talk, and we can get you some clean clothes and such. And are you hungry? I mean, I know you've healed some stuff. I sat there and watched them.
I could eat, I guess, but I mean,
Then we'll feed you.
all right.
So we go to the museum.
Okay.
What the fucker is his name? I called Jimmy.
Mhm.
Yes.
I called Jimmy, and what size you wear, Remus?
Like what size? Like what are you
Are
shoes?
are like sweatpants and a sweatshirt okay for right now?
I prefer like I don't know, jeans, hoodie if possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you just tell her what size you wear?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she calls Jimmy. I need these size men's clothing. What size shoe? Do you need new shoes?
I'm looking at them. I'm like, no, these ones don't have any holes in them yet.
What size
Just
shoe do you
Just
wear?
let her get you some new shoes, or she's not gonna stop asking.
Size 12, I guess.
Okay.
Do you always buy people clothes the first time you meet them, or is it just because of?
You let me worry about that.
No, all right. All right.
Yeah, you are. So
Jimmy's like, okay, I'll get it. I'll be there soon. Where am I dropping it off at?
museum.
Oh, okay. I'll be down there in like 30, maybe
Okay.
40.
Okay. Bring a couple of pints.
Guinness?
Who are you talking to?
Well, I just thought I'd ask. I mean, you deal with a lot of my type as well, right, boss?
True. No, just a couple of.
So
Remus, do
someone
you
like
have
you.
any feeding restrictions?
No, I kind of gotta take what I can get.
Okay.
I really, yeah. I've come to enjoy the pungent taste. Bad guys though. I don't know if you have any bad guy.
So I'm dipping into what little we have left of Olivia's stock.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So add clothes, add shoes, add convict blood.
That works.
All right. I'll make it probably about 40 then. Definitely.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Just so you know, I don't carry a lot of money, so I can't pay you guys for any of this stuff. So I don't know if that matters.
You can pay us in other ways.
Out of one predator van into an.
I'm not a predator. I'm a
Oh.
businesswoman.
I almost
Shut up,
prefer
Sophie. I almost prefer him.
So you guys make it to the museum without much of a problem. The museum, it's an old train museum. It looks like at one point in time it had been a part of the railroad. So it was like one of the places where you would load or offload. I forget the
Station.
like station. There you go. But it's been converted, and it now just kind of holds various knickknacks, artifacts, and historical information about old world Ashland, Oregon. Very nice, well kept. Nice lighting on the inside. Several displays. Where they've got said knickknacks or historical
Paddywhacks.
items. Yeah, from
I was
from
gonna say it too.
times of old. When you come walking up to enter, however, you can see that there is a nice sedan waiting out front.
Okay. Whose sedan is it?
Yeah, you don't recognize it, but sedans tend to be very similar.
Mm,
In this case, it's a dark blue sedan.
well,
We'll say
Okay.
we'll say it's a Tesla. How's that? So fancy.
Oh, is it that Polygon truck?
I need that truck. I need that truck.
Yeah, it's not the truck.
Apparently, it's not rock proof though, so you got to be careful.
We don't have one of those charging stations here, so I'm assuming that they're not just hanging out.
Probably not.
I'm going to use heightened eyesight and see if I can see anything.
Sure.
Perception and alertness, right?
Yes. Difficulty 6.
3.
Okay. There is a very attractive woman sitting at the passenger seat. There's an individual above average looking guy sitting there, probably in the driver's seat, just kind of waiting. And it looks like he's talking to her as she's eyeing the front of the building, and looks like she's about ready to get out.
I relay what I see to the others.
Have they seen us at this point? Am I able to tell if they've seen us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
And for those of you watching the main screen, the picture has now changed to the individual who's sitting in the car.
might as well park and have a little parlay to see what this is. I wasn't expecting a new
Yes,
visitor.
you were.
Yeah, but not for a couple hours. So unless she's like super early.
Someone you know?
I received a text from a Lettice Valentine. She said that she's going to need Haven for a while. But she would like to discuss this with us in person. I set the meeting for about 4 hours out, so.
So she's early.
How long has it been? I mean, 2 hours down.
Yeah, it's not that far off. It's maybe about a half hour early at this point.
Okay. Do you have you met her, or is this a stranger?
No, this is a stranger. She knew enough to contact me to let me know that she'd be in town, though.
Okay.
Well, she's done some homework.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got business to attend to, so.
All right, I hop out and hold the door for people.
Okay.
I get out the driver's side.
Well, I meant the door of the museum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just like,
I'm not opening your door. You can do that yourself.
okay.
Sophie's feeling especially chivalrous.
Apparently.
I curtsy as I walk through the door.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at him.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's still dirty.
It's not personal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well,
Stuck up frickin' Toreador.
I go in and I'll just start. I'll be like, so you all live in a.
No, we don't live in a museum.
Hmm,
I don't know you well enough to take you to my home.
Yeah, fair point. And I'm just gonna start like wandering around, looking at stuff in behind cases and just like just trying to get a feel for where I'm at.
Okay.
Should I
Uh,
beckon to the people in the car to come in?
On my way in, I'm going to stop at the car
Mhm.
and offer my hand.
Okay. So the lady gets out from her side of the vehicle, and walks around to shake your hand. And
Good
you
to
still
meet
look
you.
like you, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I thought. And she says, "Baron Hesperia." Then I take it. And she speaks with a French accent. Although I'm not going to do
Attempt
said
it?
French. Yeah, no.
Last time I checked, Latisse, I take it.
Yes. Yes, my name is Latisse Valentine. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It is a pleasure to make yours as well, and I appreciate the prior notice to you arriving. The other person in the car, will they be joining us?
Oh no, 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 no. He's just going to be. He's my driver. He's my servant, so he'll just be outside watching the vehicle.
Servant. Okay. Well, we can discuss things further inside if you wouldn't mind following me.
Oh no, of course. So I was correct, and this is your Alicia.
It is correct. Yes, this is our Elysium.
So she's like, "This is quaint. A museum."
Yeah, it's inconspicuous and it's a small town, or small city rather. It manages quite well, at least currently.
So who were the others that walked in with you?
Um, Mostly my acquaintances, my business acquaintances, and coterie. However, we do have some other business on the table, in which we don't necessarily need to get into at this time. So let's maybe just walk in.
Oh, okay, of course. I apologize if I was being a bit too forward.
No, it's quite all right. I just expected you maybe a bit later. So it's we have some coinciding business going on at the same time.
Okay. Well, then I will stay out of your way until you are ready to discuss anything that you'd like with me.
Well, I would expect you can just make yourself at home here until we're ready to make that conversation happen.
Very well. So she walks in with you to the museum, and for those of you who can see let me see if I can get that posted up to the chat so you guys can see the picture. 1 second. Here we go. And copy. And one more moment. Running really slow. There we go. Still running really slow. Good Lord. Let's do it that way. Just drag click. Poof. That is what she looks like.
She's very pretty.
Okay.
Yes. So she is very attractive, very very properly dressed. It is on the sexy side of conservative. So she's not super revealing, but what she does reveal is very appropriate. It aims more to accentuate her lines and curvature than to just put everything on display.
Sounds like we could trade clothes.
I was just thinking she totally sounds like.
What's that?
What was that?
I was just thinking she sounds like a Tory. Like I was just like, oh yeah, she probably
Just what we
so she
need,
probably
another
have a lot to-
toreador. Yeah.
And just on everybody.
Mm.
So she just stands off to the side while all of you are, discussing currently with, Ramus, or watching him go through the museum and poke around in and around the cases and displays.
At some point, you'll probably see Remus like stretching, but doing like almost like he's a lot more flexible than you would think. Somebody, especially like somebody covered in filth and bloodied rags at this point, but he's like doing almost like performer like stretches, like just trying to keep limber.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna walk up to him.
As long as he don't lift his leg and piss on something, I'm okay with him.
Ouch.
What? He's Gangrel.
Don't worry, I'm house trained.
I'm not really worried about it.
So, so these predators, how do you know about them, and are there more in Ashland that you are aware of?
I have my sources, and they let me know Lithia Park was seeing sort of an uptick in that kind of thing, and so yeah.
What time frame are we looking at?
I just only heard about it recently. I've not been in town for very long.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so I don't know how long it's been going on, but I know like about it. It's I guess it's enough to attract some people's attention, and so I'm went there hoping to catch a predator, and I did. Not I was hoping to figure out like maybe that warehouse is where they were keeping kidnapped people, or I don't know, some more information about that, but I guess we'll find out when Quan messages us back. But
So you're
yeah.
saying that incident went the way that you expected?
Yeah, except for the whole getting hurt a whole lot. Yeah, that pretty much went as I sort of planned. I was planning at least to kill one of them and then like question the other one. That
And
didn't work out.
This is a hobby of yours?
No, this is my purpose.
Purpose.
Yeah, this is I've got a authority problem with people like that, and so I'm making best use of my second chance at things to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
No.
it's not pretty, but I don't know if I'm helping out people, like there's worse things to do with my time.
Oh, fair enough. These sources
Okay.
that you have are they kindred like us?
No, I don't want to give too much detail just because I want to protect their identity, but they're people that also, or people that feel that maybe like I guess legal systems aren't exactly the best option in a lot of cases. There's a lot of stuff like this where either the law is either not paying attention or turning a blind eye. Some people just need protecting that other people aren't going to. So yeah, like this is all a disguise. You know, I know what bathing is, but
I have
yeah,
no doubt that you do.
yeah,
But we
it's
need Sophie to be able to come within 50 feet of you
no,
and not yell from across the room.
well, I had kind of assumed that after I get the change of clothes and stuff, you guys are just gonna turn me loose.
Well,
Ish.
yeah, about that. So what are your plans? Are you planning on staying around Ashland to track these bad guys, or I mean, what's up with Remus? What's going on with you? What are you planning on doing?
Can I interrupt for a moment? Remus,
Yeah.
are you independent, Gangrel? Are you part of the cam? Are you anarch?
I am unaffiliated.
So you're
I'm
an independent Gangrel.
yeah, my sire didn't really go into too much of that, so I'm guessing that uh I'm probably just doing what I'm doing just to like if I'm imagining that if I had known about this was your turf, I probably would have gone about it a little bit differently. Maybe I would have come and asked for permission, but I'm uh
Oh,
I'm kind of
you've
I'm
been
kind
taught.
of a go-getter.
Okay, no. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to determine how much you've been taught because a lot of gangrel are not, and I don't wish to assume ignorance.
Well, there's probably a lot of stuff I don't know. My mentor is kind of was a little hands off, but it's fine.
A
I
lot of
kind of let
gangrel are
go.
like that.
Yeah.
This is more of an anarch independent territory. Hesperia is the Baron.
Hello.
I am of a family or clan called the Giovanni. We are an independent clan. We do not hold to the Camarilla, Anarchs, or Sabbat. We are rule in unto ourselves. But we all work together. So that's kind of where I was trying to find out. It's okay if you're here. We don't care if you're here. And actually, your presence could actually be helpful.
That's great.
No, we've got a situation that's arisen recently that you may be able to help with.
Well, I figure I kind of owe you gals, and so I'm at least willing to listen and hear what maybe yeah, we'll see. In New York, you did buy me new shoes, I suppose.
Just a pair of shoes.
Hey, I've not been on the street long, but you know, uh, a stranger did tase me today, so and shoot me, so shoes are a lot.
Hesperia, please continue. I didn't mean to be rude.
I lost my train of thought. It's okay.
You were asking him about tracking down bad guys.
Yeah, what are your plans? Are you planning on hanging out in Ashlands for any period of time, or is this a one-time stop, or where do we fit in your future plans?
Um,
We're new.
I don't know. I'm kind of winging it at this point. Um, funny thing about like bad people is they can be found anywhere. But if I can at least maybe put enough fear into enough of them, then maybe they start watching themselves or start minding their own business. Then maybe I'll move on. But I don't know. We'll see.
The particular ones that you were tracking today, are there more that you're aware of?
I have no idea. They tased me in the park, threw me into a van, and as soon as I got to the location, I decided, okay, um, silence these two, and then I figured I'd get inside wherever they were taking.
Okay.
Like, yeah, these weren't like specific, like like a specific group that I've been like hunting like for weeks. Like this was just, I had a tip, I followed it up, and it just managed to catch a fish on my first cast. This new lake. Fishing metaphor.
Yeah, I got that one.
So investigations is that your gig?
Uh,
Are you good at it?
I'm I'm okay at it. I don't know. I I have a sharp eye, but I'm not necessarily like a detective or anything.
Okay.
But I can follow up on basic stuff. Thankfully, the people I'm working with are not, or the people I'm working against is they're not geniuses, so they're not necessarily like hard to track down or to pick their locks or to cut them in half. But you know, I'll probably be in trouble if I ran into something much bigger than uh, two jerks in a white panel van. But yeah, I figure I'll just do some on the job training.
Okay. As Miriam mentioned, we may have something that you can hang out and help with. I'm sure we can discuss that soon. But Sophie, do you have any questions for
No.
our new acquaintance?
Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking about it now. I'm down to help y'all out, but I'm really sort of I'm really focused in helping out other people. So like as long as the thing that you need help with is helping out people that like, the downtrodden or kids or women or people that are being abused, then I'm in. But if you're expecting me to do something like that's sort of not good or something that could like put other people in danger, I'll be probably a little less than eager. But yeah.
How do you feel about demon possession?
If you had asked me a couple of weeks ago, I would have said that demons aren't real. But uh, at this point, I'd probably believe it.
Okay,
But
well, yeah. Okay, so
Nice
we're trying to.
Nice lead in.
Thank you. I figured the best way to deal with things is directly.
Yes, you do.
Miriam gets to the point.
I noticed that.
I see no reason to beat around the proverbial bush. Depending on what Quan comes back with, this may be part of the issue that we'd been forewarned about.
Oh, I hadn't considered that.
So, within vampires, there's a thing called infernalism, and it's basically where vampires are basically next best thing to demon possessed. It's a really nasty thing, and there's a budding issue. Humans being taken, used as sacrifices, things like that. We could
Okay,
possibly. Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, not a fan of that already. Doesn't sound good.
We have a gangrel now.
Sounds like he could come in handy. You put on quite a show back there.
It usually goes better, but
I am
in
glad.
my defense, I was tased quite a few times.
To be honest, we've all had off days where things just did not go according to plan. Like Hesperia and I, we meant to shoot the guy. We didn't mean to blow his legs off.
Not at all.
That
No.
was really funny. Oh, it was.
Latisse cringes at that thought.
Yeah. We meant to keep him alive, just kneecap him so we could question him.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd already eviscerated the other guy, so we needed him, but quickest way to stop him, shoot him in the leg. Somewhere where he wouldn't bleed out. We shot his legs off.
It was like Phil Lamar's character in Pulp Fiction. Just accidentally blew him up. But yeah, too bad we couldn't ask him any questions. But no, that was funny.
I could probably still ask him questions, couldn't I, Jerome?
Well, it's a little late. You usually have to catch him at the point of death.
Fuck. I forgot about that.
Better look next time. It's okay.
Yeah. There'll be more.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Shit. Oh, well.
Okay. Well, happy to come aboard.
Yeah.
So where are we going to put him? Because he is not sleeping in the park.
No, we'll put him at the house. We've got room.
Yeah.
He'll be bathing regularly.
Relax, Sophie. You're probably going to be out with what's
I
his face anyway.
have other places I can be.
Yeah, I figured you.
Seriously?
Look, if it helps, and I reach into one of my hoodie pockets, and I'll pull out a can of Axe, and I'll.
No, don't. Oh God, don't. Oh shit.
Sophie, give me a self-control check.
No.
No.
Oh, that was so many shades of unnecessary.
Listen,
Yeah, that's 0 successes.
Oh, so she's all, and she's just like, her body goes through the revulsions like it's trying to throw up, but it can't get anything to come up, and she's just kind of dry heaving, just she cannot help herself, and she's just buckled over and just heaving hard.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta blend in, and
Poor Sophie.
Okay, Sophie, I think it's more of a disguise than it actually is him. Because he just said you have to blend in, and if he's trying to catch bad guys, he needs to appear to belong where he's at.
You're right. He was playing the bait. He was.
Yeah. I really don't have a home, so
Don't shut up. Shut up.
What?
Just shut the fuck up. I'm trying to help you, dude.
No, I'm just saying,
Sophie,
if I had
give me
the
a
option,
willpower roll.
bathing wouldn't be. Yeah,
Did you
no.
say roll another willpower?
Yes, give me a willpower roll.
Oh, willpower. I'm do better at. Okay. Hmm. 3.
3. Threve. Okay, so Latisse walks over to you as you're dry heaving at this point, and you're just trying to resist all social interaction with the individual right now because it stinks. He's a
It
bum.
smells like and it smells like Axe body spray now.
And it smells like bum and Axe body spray. It's just two smells you could have done without for your entire lifespan.
AKA college student.
And Latisse places her hand on your shoulder and looks you in the eye, and she says, "Just be calm. You will be all right." And you immediately feel like you're regaining yourself. You're like, okay, I feel better.
She presenced you.
It's like the 600 equivalent of holding another girl's hair back while she throws
Yes.
up.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's better than Miriam trying to dominate her. Chill out!
I'm gonna clutch strongly onto her hand.
Here, let's dominate the comatose woman. Dominate the puking woman. Yeah. Miriam is learning a little bit. Decorum.
A little.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to help you.
But Latisse, manages to calm Sophie down. She, to the point where she's, she still has to take, more steps back from the cloud of,
Axe.
everything that's around Remus right now. But she's not hacking or
gagging,
trying to fear frenzy or anything.
She's not the cat hacking a hairball.
Right.
Okay. I didn't realize when I picked this character type that I was gonna be kind of an assault on Sophie. So I didn't think about
beautiful.
That.
I love it.
It's great. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sophie has given us so much crap to deal with the last several games. It's nice to see somebody else fucking with her.
So
I love you though, Brittany. I do.
So Latisse says, so you have a thing for the homeless, it seems.
I do not like
that. She says, I fully
gathered that.
I fully understand. If you need some sort of fragrance or something to help cleanse your nasal passages, I have something.
I have a can of coffee beans right over here.
I got some more Axe if that'll help.
No.
I mean,
Remus, my friend.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
It'd be all right if I just stand over here by the door.
So, moving along, Latisse.
Hello.
I'm sorry that we had to keep you waiting with
that was my fault.
With Mr. Remus. Okay. No, I fully understand. It is quite all right, and it was actually very illuminating.
We've not had an opportunity to have this many new visitors at once in a while. So tell me, why are you here?
Well, I was traveling. Initially, I was kind of following wherever my feet went. Originally, I am from London by way of France. I was there for some time as the domain was built up, and then it got to a certain point, and I decided to see the rest of the world since I really only knew those parts of Europe. So I have spent the rest of the time sort of touring the United States and making my way around and seeing where I might best fit in. And I heard about this quaint little spot of Ashland, Oregon, and the growing media industry here. And it piqued my interest.
We have a growing media industry.
Yes, we do.
I believe Sophie might have something to do with that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
That's
excellent.
good to know.
Yeah, I mean, how long are you looking for a more permanent, as permanent as things can be, home, or are you thinking this might just be an extended vacation in this town?
I'm leaning towards the former. I would think that I would prefer to start putting some roots down someplace. And I've heard a lot of good things about this council thing that you seem to have here. It seems to be more politics light, and that is right up my alley.
What is your field?
Traditionally a musician. I sang predominantly
What style?
operatic.
Excellent.
Oh, good lord.
Oh.
I think we should be friends.
Another Toreador.
She says, I was fortunate enough to play some of the operatic houses in Victorian age France.
I am so
Oh.
excited to know you.
Oh, good God, Hesperia. An old Toreador.
She looks down at herself. Well, I beg your pardon? As Sophie just claimed Latisse. She's all dibs.
Oh, shit.
She's like, I do not look old, or at least I would hope I don't.
I didn't say you looked old.
She just meant you were wise.
No.
Any.
She's from Victorian age England and France. She's older.
Hesperia is kind of old, isn't she?
Yeah, but I think Latisse is saying, like, I don't look. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not all wrinkly or anything
is
like
that
that. You look beautiful. Don't worry.
Thank you. Is that a problem?
No.
Okay. I just thought I would check. You seem to have some reservations regarding my age.
No, it's more of a clan on your range.
It'll matter more if you smell bad. That's what I'm figuring out.
Yes, I did see that.
No.
It looks like, however, you're in the presence of several lovely ladies who can help fix that for you.
It is
should you
not
so desire.
personal. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just
Remus,
giving you a hard time.
she's Toreador. She's not going to stink. Trust me on this.
not even a little.
No.
Nah, it's cool. I've been
At
treated
least she's
worse.
not Ventru.
This is true. I am not Venture.
She doesn't have the stick up her ass.
Well, that's not true. I've had that accused several times, although I deny it vehemently.
I would too. And no, I don't have a stick up my own ass, so y'all can just cut that shit out.
I didn't say.
Why would they say you have a stick up your ass?
Because I can act like it sometimes.
Oh,
You
Very
bought
well
me
then.
clothes.
well, see, there you go. That isn't
Yeah.
exactly stickish, right?
I think
No.
Yeah.
very big of you to admit that.
You got to take care of your assets.
Oh, I would see he became an asset rather quickly.
He
Oh, you
has skills. We don't.
Oh, you're talking about me. I'm sorry. I was like, oh yeah, no, I didn't pick that up. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
So, you said your name is Remus, correct?
Yeah.
How new are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Fairly new still. Yeah.
As in weeks or days?
The weeks. It's keeping track of time is a little difficult, when you don't have like a watch or a clock or a phone. Like it's yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You said your sire didn't give you much tutelage, and I actually sympathize. Mine did not either. Did they have the talk with you?
Uh, he, I got a talk. It wasn't necessarily in like I guess uh kindred philosophy, but it was more of like
It was
a
against the
new.
vampire birds and the bees, correct?
It was more of like a now that this is what my existence is, maybe putting it to uh good use.
Hmm. Very well.
Yeah, there's still a lot about this stuff that I'm not sure on. Like you said, Ventru earlier, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm yeah, I know at least about the whole like the basic rules of stuff if I don't want to get dragged into the sun.
Well, that's good then. That's very good. And you're aware not to take blood from other vampires, correct?
Right. Yeah. I've not done that yet.
Don't.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Okay. I'll take y'all's word for it.
Basically, when you take another vampire's blood, you are bound to them, and your will is weaker when them trying to get you to do things.
Where they're concerned.
Yeah,
Hmm.
to the point that they can completely control you if you do it often enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fan of that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't want that because yeah, I've got important stuff they got to do. But yeah. So what kind of operas do you sing? And any with like a dance component?
Oh no, dancing was not something that I was involved in. Although I'd imagine I would do well if I tried. It was not my forte. I focused
So in
primarily just operatic song.
So in Amadeus, where they didn't have like ballet and opera, like that stuff was actually true in that time. Like, or yeah, because I watched the movie with my mom like a long time ago. Yeah, I wasn't sure how accurate it was.
There's always a grain of accuracy in there somewhere.
Cool. I like that movie. Sorry, I'm derailing things.
But with that being said, Lady Hesperia, was there anything that I could assist with in the immediacy, or any suggestions that you might provide where I might look for a haven?
Hmm. Ladies,
All the ladies, loud and out, shout it out.
Sophie.
Let's talk about
Uh,
sex.
Sophie, what are your thoughts on best friend here?
Uh, do you have the resources, or are you? What kind of place are you looking for?
Something that is affluent.
Understandable.
Price really is an object.
There you go. That's the ticket.
That's what I was leading to. Just gonna describe parts of town that would suit her needs.
Okay. Okay. I will give that information to Andrew, and I will find something that's available.
Well, I look forward to working with you in the future.
As do I.
Please make sure to keep in touch and let us know if you need anything or if you happen to see anything out of the normal. We do like to keep close eyes on the town to make sure everything continues to run as smoothly as possible.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I'm not one to disrupt the ongoings. I'm more of a support individual.
I'm gonna hand her my business card.
Okay. So she takes the card. She provides you both one as well, or anybody else who might want it.
Sure,
sure.
why not?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay.
Never know when we might need a singer.
Well, she
I have
probably
other
better-
uses. That just happens to be what I was classically trained in.
No, I understand. I mean, Sophie has other uses. Getting kidnapped, getting steak.
She has great shoes, though.
She does.
Yep.
Listen, getting kidnapped is actually really tricky because you got to get them to like that they're doing a good job. It's
don't know.
Oh no, they
I didn't really
did.
work- I didn't really work too hard at it.
oh
It came pretty
oh
easily.
Yeah.
It
I
was
don't-
not planned.
I don't,
okay.
I don't think we should praise her for being kidnapped again.
That's not an experience I would choose to read.
Yeah, it's only really fun if like you know that you're like, oh no, I'm gonna get kidnapped, and they get you, and then you're like, but yeah. Sorry, I'm interrupting again.
We're just
I mean,
talking
the
about
first
bringing
time
hard
it
to
turned
get.
out kind of all right.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
Not so much. The first time I got kidnapped, that was. I mean, it
Do you
ended up.
see a trend here, Sophie?
Let's move on. So, what other business did we have tonight?
Is Jimmy there with the clothes yet?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to direct him, Remus, in the direction of a bathroom and such, so he can
Mhm.
get cleaned up.
Okay.
is there a shower in there,
Nope.
or is
I
no?
think that's something that we ought to add.
It's just your regular bathroom. So toilet, sink, mini trash can.
We ought to look into.
So am I doing like a hobo bath in there where I'm just like filling it, like plugging the sink and then filling it up with water and splat, like, because that might take some time. But yeah, I'll at least go and like change clothes, but I'm
Okay.
still not gonna be super clean. I'm assuming I'll be taken to a shower like.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just go and I'll change clothes real fast.
Okay.
No. Yeah, but I still come out carrying my stuff because
Sure.
I imagine
Okay.
it's still well, it's probably pretty bloody.
Sophie, give me a perception and alertness check. Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
3 successes. 4.
Okay.
4
Oh,
successes.
Alrighty. So he comes out, and the funk coming out of his shoes,
No.
it singes your nostrils. It's so offensive.
Did they give me? Did they
thank-
give me like a bag like that the clothes came in like a?
Yeah.
I was. Oh, okay. I
Okay.
was gonna say I was gonna go look for a garbage bag for him to place his
Yeah.
items in.
Yeah, I'll put my old clothes into the bag and then I'll cinch it shut.
So thankfully, you were still calm. You were under the effects of Latisse. Had you not been, that might have been enough to scare you out of the building.
Okay, when
But
he walks
he does
out,
bag it up, so thankfully it goes away.
Yeah, sorry
when
about
he
that.
comes out, I just walk over, I take his bag, I hand it to Jimmy. Burn these.
No, but I kind of like it's like my disguise. Like I kind of
You can't go
well,
out with blood.
yeah.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Can I get like one last time to say goodbye?
Hey, you want to say goodbye to your clothes?
These are the only clothes I've had since I became a vampire, so I feel like it's probably I don't know. Shouldn't that feel special?
I ain't a vampire, so I can't answer that question. Sorry, pal.
All right, just take it. You-
Okay.
All right.
I understand what you're doing. We will get you some appropriate clothing for your undercover work. But we're going to get you some everyday clothing as well. Because, yeah, no
yeah,
vampire's going to stay in the city half naked.
I'm not. No, I'm not running around naked. But I guess, yeah, I should probably have like a shower, like working with you all clothes for working with you all because it'll probably mess up the stealth or the sneaking if people can hear like retching in the bushes. No offense.
I think it's hilarious.
We can give you a good county shower like we did for our friend Doug a
Oh.
couple months ago in the front yard.
I don't know what's a county shower.
She's talking about the hose
No,
in the
he has-
backyard.
It's just for the first time.
no. Why is this hazing? Do you not have showers inside your home? Just let
No,
me use.
we don't have showers, and maybe.
Why doesn't your home have showers?
Oh,
There's-
yeah, I guess you can use the inside shower. No fun.
I mean, you're all such sticklers for clean, but like, you don't have showers in your
Sticklers
home.
for clean. Who do you look at me? Who do you think
But
you're
you're
talking
clean,
to?
Hesperia.
Yeah, you
I mean, I'm
smell
clean.
fine. Yeah,
You're just fugly.
Yeah, I mean, but
But we love you, fugly.
okay.
I mean, you wouldn't be you if you weren't.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, just like I'm a bitch, you're fugly, and Sophie's a perpetual victim.
I am not.
How many times have you been kidnapped?
Only twice.
Only
almost
twice.
Thrown up over this guy's barely there scent like 3 times in the last 30 minutes.
What was that? Blech.
and I mean, I don't know
We
because
all have our difficulties.
like yeah, like as a this is George, not Remus, but like do I like sweat as a vampire? Do I?
Do you what?
No, you don't sweat.
No,
No.
you don't sweat.
Yeah, so
That
yeah,
doesn't mean your clothing doesn't get dirty and have smells in it.
yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying is like it's probably like it's something that like I cultivated over time, like on purpose. It's
Mhm.
not like yeah, like
Mhm.
get me.
That almost sounds worse, though.
Listen, all I'm saying is get me a loofah and some Dr. Squatch soap, and I'll be.
Yeah.
All right.
Intentional caking of mud and dirt and God only knows what else.
Oh no! I forgot my
Just
can
get
of
us-
Axe, and I leave. I go chasing after that dude who left us. I
Oh.
left my can of Axe in the hoodie, so I got to go and retrieve it before he burns it.
Please tell me Jimmy's gone. Please tell me Jimmy's gone.
Yeah, Jimmy is left already.
Big heaven.
I'm sure we can replace that with maybe a less
aerosol based.
Yeah, something that's not going to make Sophie. As you
Well,
can tell, she's like
yeah.
sensitive to
Well,
that stuff.
yeah, but I'm
Well-
not gonna use that around her. I'm using people
Oh.
I need to. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
When you're working, so to speak.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
you
part
know.
of your.
Yeah, so sometimes because like the face, I can pull off like a college student if I need to. Like if I or a high school student, like I can make it work. And you know, the dumber I smell, the dumber they'll think I am. So yeah,
That makes perfect
I
sense.
can understand that.
Dumber you smell.
yeah. Are you gonna tell me if I walked into a place wherein a polo shirt smelling like Axe and I had like sandals on, like
No,
duh,
no,
I
no.
bet we can
Not
kidnap
gonna
him.
not
Like,
gonna argue with you.
hey dude, look over here. This trunk's filled with tennis rackets. Oh, really? And then I get pushed in.
I have met some Malkavians that I swore smelled the color 9.
Oddly enough, I've smelled that.
That doesn't surprise me.
This
So-
is going to be real interesting.
So with that, we'll go ahead and pause here. It's almost 10:30.
Yay! Game was good.
So we've had about 3.5 hours of gaming.
That was so much fun.
Poor Sophie.
Sure.
I love you. I love you, Brett. I love you. I really, really do.
I mean, this was pretty funny.
He drives Miriam nuts.
His character, like,
Hashtag poor
that I
Sophie.
have an actual phobia for.
I'm sorry. I really.
No, it's
I wasn't.
hilarious.
No, it's awesome. It's so.
Yeah,
It's
good.
oh, this is brilliant. I love it.
So,
It's really funny.
so
Yeah,
the-
like you said with Sophie over there gag, it's gonna kind of cause problems with Sophie over there gagging in the bushes.
Do people get over phobias, or is that a permanent character trait?
No, you
No,
can actually buy it off.
it's possible to try and work it off. Yeah.
I mean, it's not something that I want to acclimate myself to.
But not gag around him all the time.
No, it'll be funny.
only a mild phobia, I think.
How many points do you have in it?
I think it's just the one.
I think just one.
Oh, that's not, it's not too bad. If it was a 3-point phobia,
it's
oh
just-
good lord.
What?
Yes.
What was it?
Just 1 point.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So next game is actually the 13th, or schedule wise. Was that I know we had some folks that may have some scheduling conflicts there. Did we still want to aim for December 13th?
I'm good with aiming for it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it because
Right.
I'll be at a convention in Florida.
Right. Which story wise, which would be fine. You're just getting acclimated to Ashland, and somebody's helping you with that. So
I'm warming in my shoes, just breaking them in.
yep.
Warming in the shoes.
I mean, other people can be bought by shoes too. There's
we
no
know.
You
Yeah.
know that's true. Sophie could.
We know.
Don't you give me that look?
They require red souls.
Yes.
Yeah. Get her some fuck me pumps and she'll do anything you want.
I really hope my shoes are Heelys. Like, are they Heelys? Like,
No, they're just regular. They're a good brand. You know, they're actually good shoes.
well, I probably need like cheaper looking stuff if I'm gonna be.
And we will get you cheaper looking stuff for your undercover work. Don't worry.
The thrift store.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to the
Yeah.
Walmart
Savers.
brand.
I mean, somebody else is gonna have to do it though.
Oh, you
So-
don't want to come? You'd pick out my outfit. Like, we could make it like a fun, like a
Bonding.
Team builder.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
team builder.
I think I'm busy that night.
Tell me,
She's like-
do these
She looks
pants?
at a wrist that doesn't have a watch. I've got a thing.
Yeah, tell me, do these pants go with these wraps? Like, I can't tell. Like,
Do these pants hanging down to my, my knees make my ass look big?
So so then we're going to aim for December 13th, and of course we'll let everybody know online if we're able to play or whatnot. Otherwise, we have Firefly coming up this coming Tuesday, and then I think Cyberpunk on the 7th. Correct? That would be the next Saturday,
Yes.
barring of course any scheduling issues or whatnot. So, yay! Alrighty, so thank you all for playing. I had a great time, and in the meantime, then stay tuned and hopefully we'll see
welcome
you guys
George.
soon. Yay, and welcome George!
Yay! Welcome, George! Yay!
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's fun to be back in the world of darkness.
That's right. That's right.
Good job,
Alrighty.
team.
Yep, good job, guys. Have a good
Good
one.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Are we out?
Almost.
This is what happens.